What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And this podcast is brought to you by Merrick Health. And if you go to merrickhealth.com/RBP, you're going to see two blood panels of mine. One is a guided optimization, and the second is just the blood panel. Now, if you click on just the blood panel, you're going to get everything you need. And at checkout, you're just going to put code RBP, and you'll get that blood panel for $108. So it's a small price to pay to get checked and make sure that you're trending in the right direction and you're healthy so that your body can grow and do what it needs to do while you're bodybuilding. So, guys, get to merrickhealth.com/RBP or just go to merrickhealth.com and use code RBP at checkout. Get the blood panel done, get your health checked, get your hormones checked. Make sure that everything is moving in the right direction so you can keep growing and keep getting better on the way to your goals.
Hi, Seth.
Hi, Fouad.
How's it going?
I was saying, the
Right.
hair looks good, dude.
Cow
If
bread.
I have such a bumpy, lumpy, scarred up head.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Look how round my fucking head is, eh?
But it's a good shape. It's got a good shape on it. Mine does not. It's a horrible shape.
It's not you can't even tell yet. You have hair. You don't even know if it's a horrible shape.
I know it is because I got all these lumps and bumps and scars and shit all over my head. It's not a good look.
But that goes with the Feroce persona. The hunting, the blue collar. My head is dented. It all flows together.
Little lumpy, little insecure about it. I've been told.
It sounds like it. Sounds like it. You can get some filler maybe. It'll fill in the bumps.
No, I was telling Hannah about it. I was like, I'm gonna get filler in my nose, and my nose is gonna look smaller. She's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, Ian's right. Ian's right. Listen, I showed my sister once because she's like, how can you get filler and it make your nose look smaller?
Yeah.
And I said, look at these before and after photos. If you look it up.
I was telling her all about our conversation.
Yeah.
And she's like, I thought it was a bodybuilding podcast. I'm like, it is. It is.
There's nothing bodybuilding about this podcast.
She's like, so is it like a thing where we can go? Like, meaning the wives? And she's like, she wants new teeth.
Yeah.
Dead set on the teeth. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course she can go. Why wouldn't she? It'd be great.
We were howling. Where are you at?
I'm at an Airbnb because my house is being renovated.
Oh.
So
what did you pull the trigger on?
Nothing, just some kitchen work, and I did some work in the basement, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here and let these people do their thing.
Good job. Dude,
Yeah.
they fucking love you for that.
Well,
They love you for it.
I didn't do it for them. I did it for me. I can't. It's
So
just
win-win.
it's just chaos in there, right? So I'm like, fuck this. I'm getting out of here. What is that? Does he have a mustache?
Ian got his stash and it looks really good. Son of a bitch.
How could
Who the hell's
what
that
is
guy?
going on with this mustache?
Looks really good.
Hi, Mike.
Who the fuck's that third guy on screen?
Look at this mustache. You look like a serial killer. What the fuck?
What have you done with Ian?
No, it was better before.
That's good, no?
That's good, yeah.
My camera's clear today. Look at those veins. You see those veins? What?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Mike's
Bring that vascularity out.
Looks so
Oh.
hot.
Hi, Melissa. What? His mustache looks hot?
Yeah.
No, he looks like a serial killer.
No, he looks hot.
Fucking Melissa's having a rape fantasy. She's like, oh, yeah, it's perfect.
He's going to put on Dahmer glasses later. Yes.
Where are you right now?
At an Airbnb
In
Why?
where?
in Windsor. They're working on my house, so I got out. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here while you work on my house.
Summer kick you out or what?
No, they're just they're doing some work on my basement. So I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't want to be around you people while you're in my house.
For how
Low
long?
lifes. Low life.
I don't know. I think a week. I don't know. It depends. What'd you say?
I said, yeah, I don't want to be around those low lifes. Get them out of my house. Fuck.
That's not what I
Like the fucking
Common
Mexicans,
folk.
yeah?
Common folk.
Good excuse to come to Florida with me, Fouad.
I know. We were talking about that earlier. So what day are you leaving?
I'm going on Monday. The 20th to the 26th is when I'm going.
Monday. Which Monday? Not this Monday
I
coming
gotta
up.
get fucked.
Monday coming up, the 20th.
Like a week from yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't want to go. You're going to hang out with Chris and shit. That's family and like.
I'm not going to hang out with Chris. I was really only going to film with Raw for 2 days. But then because Chris is leaving on the 25th, I was like, okay, I'll go down a few days earlier so I can see him. But like, I'm gonna have time to ride and like do other shit for sure.
I wonder if there's any good riding. And where are you?
Tommy messaged me and he's like, dude, I've got 11 bikes. I live fucking 20 minutes from there. He's like, let me know.
11 bikes, and they're all like 200 horsepower each.
Yeah, I know. He had a couple that weren't quite so ridiculous. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll stick to those.
Yeah, that would be fun. What I haven't looked up like riding roads in Michigan, or sorry, in Florida. Where are you going in Florida?
Port St. Lucie.
Port St. Lucie. Where's that near? What big city is that near?
90 minutes from Fort Lauderdale, 90 minutes from Orlando.
Okay.
It's on the East Coast, yeah.
Okay.
Like not on the Gulf side, on the Atlantic side.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to trailer my bikes down there. Or my one bike anyway. That way I have my bike and I can fucking ride down there. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. I guess I could fucking if I wanted to, I can just catch a flight. I think a flight from Detroit to Florida is like $200.
Detroit to Fort Lauderdale will be direct and it'll be like 2 hours and it'll be $300. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spirit, cheaper.
Yeah, we just fucking rip it for a couple of days. You can leave whenever you want.
Yeah, maybe. Let me figure out what I'm doing here.
I'll be there either way.
So you're going Monday when you come back?
Sunday,
Oh, so you're going for the whole week.
6 days.
Mike, you want to come?
No.
You can see your friend Tommy, It'd be nice for you to go see him.
I'm gonna go down when he opens his dealership. And when he finally opens it for real.
He hasn't opened that thing yet?
No. There's been like some legal like bullshit at the end.
Hey, so Seth, do you want to go to Metallica?
When is that?
What is that? What's the date on it, Mike?
I think it's April 24th or something. And 23rd.
Toronto.
Yeah.
You can drive to my house. It's like, I think it's like fucking 6, 7, if you don't want to fly. You can drive to my house, crash here for a day, and then we'll drive the rest of the way the next day.
I don't have my phone. I left my phone upstairs.
What do you need your phone for?
Because I got to check fucking gymnastics dates. That's the only thing that holds it up.
You're not coaching anybody.
States and regionals.
Hey, I got to ask you, since you're the gymnastics guy, we had a debate on the other podcast about the skill level of bodybuilding. And Stefan and Ben were comparing the skill level it takes to squat to gymnastics. And I was like,
What?
okay.
Don't do that.
That's all I need
Guys,
to hear. Okay.
Take it easy. Take it easy, guys.
When I was like a PT as a kid, I taught people how to squat like relatively competently in like 3 sessions.
I know. It's like half an hour of like squatting.
Couldn't teach me how to do the fucking rings in 3 sessions, like
Gymnastics they're fucking lunatics.
Yeah.
They're perfectionists. Like OCD mental lunatics.
You know where this argument came from? A long time ago, I was obviously over exaggerating like I always do. And I said it takes no skill to be a bodybuilder. And Ben latched onto it and he's like, it takes skill. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. But obviously there's some skill, but I meant more like in terms of compared to other sports. So anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he took the bait. It's
So let me ask you. So Metallica, you want to go?
I would love to go.
April
I'd love to go.
25th and April 25th and 26th, I think. It's 2 days back to back.
Ian, are you going to go if Seth goes?
well, I'm not contingent on any one specific person going. I'm happy to go if one of you is going. But
Yeah, but you'll be more jealous if we're all going.
I might get a little more FOMO the more of you that
That's what I'm
pilot.
saying.
Chris is going too. Chris just told me.
But I'm definitely not going.
Well, Paul's in, and Seth is going to check the gymnastics dates. So, you got to go. That's it.
The mustache line like this, I definitely have to go.
By the time everybody pays their share, it's going to be like $500.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
Maybe. April's a long way away.
what's going on? What's going on this week, Seth? What's new? Anything?
No snow.
how's the
Like it's
climate there?
fucking. It's literally 3 degrees today, and then we got like a couple inches of snow, so it was a nightmare. I just work,
How's your
busy
quad?
stuff. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. I shoved a bunch of drugs in there, BPC, TB, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I did light legs, And now it looks like January 30th is probably going to be the date for the ankle surgery.
Oh, you're going through with it.
I have to. For as much as like I wanted to get it done on the 23rd.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, I don't have time on the 23rd. He's like, I can do the 30th. And now I'm like, I'm already having second thoughts before it even fucking starts, but I have to get it done. Like I did like a light leg workout. And then I did like some functional work. I'm doing cardio on the stepper, but it's just very linear, And then I did a little like functional workout the other day. Ankle's so unstable. Woke up the next day, stupid sore, and I'm just like, I have to get it done.
So what's the recovery? 8 weeks, you said? And are you on a crutch, or are you just on a splint, or like what
He
is
said
that?
he's like, you'll have a, he's like, I'll be in the boot. And he's like, I'd use a scooter to get around at the office.
Okay, nice.
Like the fucking foot scooter thing, like, your knees up.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
that fucking thing. I thought you meant like
The knee scooter.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
thought
knee
you meant like
scooter.
an actual like electric scooter.
I mean, it is electric, but it's on my knee.
Like someone that like has like MS is using,
Yeah, but it's only one. Is it one knee or is it both knees?
I don't know yet.
Ankles.
Yeah. Let's look it
I
up.
just pictured Seth like buzzing around his thing like, hello.
What am I supposed to
MS
say
scooter.
here? One knee scooter?
But yeah, he said I'll be back. He's like, you'll be back in the gym like 5 days. He's like, you'll be in there. Not training legs or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, there it is.
This thing?
I wish they had those when I was injured before.
Is that going to be you, Seth?
Fuck yeah, with the mask and everything.
We're asking the fucking quarter zip and everything.
You know what you should do, Seth? Dress up just like this and take a photo. Put it side by side.
I'm getting a ton of content from it for sure. For sure. But yeah, I don't want to get it done like at all. But if I want to do anything later this year, anything, I need to get it done. Have to. I expect to be fully recovered in like 8 to 12 weeks, full recovery.
Yeah,
Expectations are high.
it's a long time. I think you'll recover faster than that.
I'm hoping so.
Is Paul coming on?
Yeah, Paul's going to be on soon. What's going on with you, Ian? Anything new? Well, other than I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It sucks. Obviously, fucking losing pets is the fucking worst,
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. It's like,
you know what's going to happen. You just don't know when.
yeah, I mean, you're going to outlive like all your pets and then some. I'm probably going to have 1 million more pets in my life. I'm going to outlive all of them. It's the reality, the sad reality of pets is their lives are so much more finite than ours, but it still fucking sucks, like you build like a connection with them. I mean, you have dogs. I mean, all of us, I mean, I don't know. Seth, do you have dogs?
No, Seth just kills animals. He doesn't have a connection.
He's
to
got children.
I wish I could. I don't have time yet. One
He's got
day.
kids. Yeah, he's got kids.
But I mean, you guys know how it is with your fucking dogs. You build that like connection. They're there like on your like fucking shitty days, and you fucking smush their stupid faces and shit. So you miss them. But I mean, I'm glad it's not like I still have other dogs, so it's not like you're coming home to this like empty house all of a sudden. It's like, oh, there's no dogs here. Like I still have 2 other dogs, and like I'm grateful I have them. So, but no, it fucking sucks for sure. I mean, especially the last 2 weeks, like you really declined, and like it was like we really knew it was coming, but we had time to prepare for this. I mean, I knew about this months ago that he probably had 2-3 months, and he made it to the kind of the end of that 3 months, and since New Year's he really got kind of fucking derpy. So no, I think the time was right. I mean, like we didn't leave it too long, and I feel pretty confident like the decision that like we did it at the right time. Like wasn't too early, wasn't too late. Like that we kind of did it when the time was right. So there's some solace and peace of mind in knowing that for sure.
Was he the first dog you had?
Pardon?
Was he the first dog you had?
No, he's my youngest of my 3 dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I have 2 dogs that are older than him. He was my youngest. He was only 5.5, but he got a fucking big old brain tumor that we found like a few months ago when he started having some seizures. And we did get the seizures relatively under control. I mean, he was only having a seizure like once a week, once every 10 days, 2 weeks. Like it was relatively controlled from the drugs, but over time, that thing was obviously just growing and fucking starting to press on sensory factories in his brain. And, his vision was like his peripheral vision was like gone. Like he couldn't even find food in his bowl. It's like he was like in there, like he wanted it, but then like he couldn't even find it. You'd have to like move it into his face for him to find food. and he would get stuck, like, lost. Like last time, I remember he was fucking stuck in the corner, and he started like walking backwards and doing like all sorts of weird things all the time, and his legs weren't working well and shit. And like, it really seemed like the only time he was like comfortable was when he was sleeping, and that's like not really a quality of life at that point, So yeah, I mean, we were just like, all right. We woke up on the weekend on one of those mornings, Saturday, Sunday morning, whatever it was, and was kind of like, Melissa woke up a bit earlier than me, and I woke up and I was like, how's he doing? She's like, not good. And I could see he was kind of fucking derping around. His legs were sliding. He couldn't eat his food. I was like, all right, okay, this is time. So I just called the vet that day. Our regular vet didn't have a tech in to do it, but there's like I'm not an emergency vet, but like I guess an emergency vet that's close here. And I just called them and I was like, hey, I think we've been there before. And they were like, yeah, come on in whenever you can. We kind of went through the process. So it sucks, but
it becomes one of those things where keeping them alive is more of a selfish thing than
like what you're doing it for, because you don't want to get, like, you don't want to put them down. I think we didn't get to the point where it was like we were dragging that on. So like, that's why I said I'm like confident in the decision that we made, that like, he had a couple of good days and a couple of bad days. And then the bad days were just going to like be consistent days. And then once it kind of got to that point where bad days were every day for a couple of days in a row, then we're like, all right, this is probably the time,
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, it was, cause like even stuff that he would like to do, like go outside and fucking run around. Like he couldn't even like see, he would go outside and he like couldn't even see what was going on. He would just stand there, like you couldn't get him to do anything. So, at that point you're just like, all right, what are we doing here? So yeah, so Saturday, Sunday morning, whatever it was, we brought him to the vet and
so let me ask you this question. Is this one of those, like, everybody's a little different when it comes to this kind of thing? Is it, I'm going to wait a little bit and get another dog? Or is it, I don't want another dog, I'm good with two? Like, have you even considered any of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always in the camp of more dogs the merrier. Like I would fucking want to have 30 dogs if I could,
You don't find it stressful, eh?
I don't find having one dog versus 3 dogs any different, to be honest.
Really?
No, but your dogs, like you brought a high energy dog into a house with a low energy dog. My dogs were all kind of the same. So it's like, if I feed one dog, I feed 3 dogs. It takes no more time. If I let one dog get,
it's not the feeding. It's just, they're so fucking crazy around each other.
My dogs they just sleep. They didn't really play around the house or run around. Like, even right now, like this is what they're like all day long.
Okay. Yeah. Mine aren't like that at all.
Yeah. And they'll be like that all day, like they don't run around. Like, see, like Mike's dog, my dogs are just like that all day, every day. They don't really like do much, they kind of chill.
Mine are like,
to go outside, but they don't like fucking run around the house,
Mine are like little kids. Like, imagine you had like a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old and they're just wrestling all fucking day long. That's what my dogs are like.
Yeah. Mine don't do that at all.
Yeah.
They would maybe have short, like when we get home from the gym, we've been gone for a couple hours and they come in, they get all excited and they start playing with each other. And that lasts 5 minutes. And then it's kind of fun to watch and you fuck around with them for a little bit and then everybody settles down and that's the end of it.
Yeah. Well, I was just asking because like my brother had his dog pass and he got a dog like a week later. He was like, I want another dog.
Yeah. And if you had only one dog, I would understand, like I said, because the empty house feeling once you have dogs, it's weird, man. Like you don't like it. Like it's not, I don't want to come home and it's like, now I open the door, my fucking dogs run. They're so excited to see you and they're fucking happy. Like it makes you feel good, Yeah. I wouldn't want to not have dogs, but like I still have 2 dogs that are fucking awesome. So no, I'm not like in a rush. I don't think getting a puppy right now would be super smart. Like at the beginning of the year, there's like fucking a million things to travel at the beginning of the year. Like you got all the fucking Arnolds and you're going doing shit. I'm going to Florida and like, all this kind of stuff. So I don't think it would be super nice for me to just like dump a puppy on Melissa right now.
Yeah.
So like, no, I would like to get another dog. I liked having a male dog as well, because the other 2 are females.
Okay.
And I did like having a male dog kind of in the mix to kind of like break up the fucking.
Do you think of having like a protection type dog, like a bigger dog, or do you want another small dog?
I don't know. I like the idea of both. I mean, I like the idea of getting another Frenchie. I like the idea of getting something a little bigger, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, at this point now, like we found a girl when we went to Turkey, we found a girl that, came and watched our dogs in our house that time, like off Rover.
Yeah.
And like I'll reuse that girl a million times now. So like it's not like it's any more difficult for a bigger dog or a smaller dog for her to come watch my dogs.
Oh
So
no, I didn't mean. I didn't mean.
no, I know. I'm just speaking to my experience. Like,
Yeah.
it's not any harder to get it for like when we travel or anything like that, a bigger versus smaller. So no, I mean, I like the idea of either. I don't want a high energy dog, that's for sure. Like, I don't want something that's like super active and fucking needs to be, run around all the time. Melissa likes to walk the dogs, and she'll walk them, quite a bit, especially in the summer. Like, she'll take them out when it's nice out and fucking walk them to death. But yeah, no, I mean, we'll probably wait till the spring and then kind of see where things are at, and then kind of decide.
Mm-hmm. Mike, I've been dying to ask you what you're eating. I can't tell.
Bison, rice, and lots of ketchup.
I miss fucking Crustables, Mike.
Huh?
I miss Crustables, Mike.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm vascular now, so I don't do that.
I like vascular, Mike. I enjoy it.
Makes me think of the Family
I'm
Guy.
not going to stop till all the veins in my body are poking out.
So, how lean are you right now? What's your body fat percentage?
I have no idea.
6%.
If you had to guess, like 10?
I'm stage ready. I'm pretty stage ready.
You're diuretic away. I'm right there. So, what do you, if you had to guess, 10%, 8%?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I'm not even good at eyeballing that.
What do you weigh
couldn't
right?
look at-
What do you weigh right now?
Today I was 284.
So you've gotten bigger.
Yeah.
You gotten bigger, and how much gear are you taking then?
You want to know my doses?
Yeah.
Fucking
I'm an
right.
honest guy. I'm an honest guy.
Tell me everything.
I take 600 test,
Okay, I believe it.
and I take 600 Primo.
I believe that. That's not that bad.
And right now I'm on, for the last 4 weeks, they're real antivars because they were from people that you've connected me to, not drug dealers. But yeah, so I got those sent up to me. So I take like half of those a day, and I think they're dosed at like 30 point something mgs, like based off.
So 15 a day.
Yeah,
Or you're taking one a day, half a day or one a day?
half a day.
Half a day. So 15.
Just for like the last 4 weeks.
That's a modest stack. It's not like a pro bodybuilder stack, but it's like a good, like you put on like 10.
It's like basic for, like, I've been way higher than that, obviously, but
Yeah.
I feel good. I've been like titrating up to that. I was like 200 tests, and then after I had like issues with anxiety, I'd like to I had to bring the test down.
Yeah.
And after like the calcium score thing, so I just kind of inched my way back up with the help of Michael,
Mhm.
the guy from Merrick.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just like did it slowly, and everything just do the blood work. Everything's good. So we just keep kind of pushing. I'm not too interested in, like, it's not my goal to be bigger. It's just to feel a certain way and to like
How
aesthetically look.
How high are you going to go with the gear? That's what I really want to know.
Probably not much higher than this. I wouldn't mind like
1,000,
switching things
1,000.
out.
You're going to go to
No,
like
I'm not gonna go higher. The only reason being is because I don't trust Primo. Like,
Yeah.
I have Primo I trust right now, and I've paid out the ass for it. So it's like I'm not trying to bankrupt myself trying to be on a stack that I'm not even competing or
I wonder sometimes if a lot of the underground Primo is just fucking Masteron or some shit. And you don't
more like it. The best thing now is all these guys up here, probably happening everywhere. It's all the trends happen everywhere, but they're all like showing you lab results of their product. Like, look, we had it tested. It's 97.9%. It's like, okay, dude, like,
who tested it?
one? Yeah, like it says the lab when you sent it to it, but it's like you're just showing me the same thing over and over again.
Printed it off. Like,
yeah, but you could make up the lab. Who's gonna fucking check?
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna call them up. Hey,
is this a real lab?
Drop off a bottle to you earlier? Like, but yeah, that's the only reason why I wouldn't go that high. And my test is legit because I have a script, so I at least know that that's what it says, how it's dosed, how it is, and it is what it is. So
yeah. So because I remember when you started dieting, I think you went down to like 274.
Yeah.
Like, what was the lowest you got?
Probably like 272.
Yeah. So you put back on like 10 or 12 pounds, but you're in better shape.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking, you know what? I gotta get back on a proper cycle. This is bullshit. I gotta.
Primo's nice. I liked it. I loved it when I ran it. It was awesome.
You know why I don't think the Primo I was using was real? When I use Primo, when I use this particular Primo, I get watery. And I'm like, that's not a trait. That's not a Primo trait.
I've never until recently have I ever taken Primo. Like never.
Really?
Even back in the day, because I couldn't afford it when I was young.
Yeah.
I
Well,
couldn't afford it and then couldn't get hands on real gear.
I never took it back in the day because it was looked at like as a girly drug.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it? It was.
Because back in our day, like, sorry,
Girls took Primo and Anavar. Guys took
that sounds,
Yeah.
that's right. That sounds so fucking old back in our day.
Right.
In the early 2000s, the Primo dose was like, nobody thought of increasing the dose. So the Primo dose was like 300, 400,
400 tops.
400 a week. And most guys our size were like, that's not enough to do shit. Fuck it. I ain't using that shit. It's not strong enough. Now, nowadays, the thought process is 1,000 milligrams of fucking Primo and back off all the other shit. I've never done that. I've never felt what it's like to use a lot of Primo.
I was doing 150 every other day for,
Yeah.
for about 4 weeks. It was awesome.
Yeah, but like when I'm talking, when I like, and I don't know if I don't want to mischaracterize it, but I've heard like Jewett's model and people like that talk about like 600-800 a week, 1,000. Like,
I heard
No,
the
yeah, it's a little
same.
higher than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
They'll be using like 200 milligrams a test.
Mhm.
yeah, they go low on the test and they boost the fucking Primo through the roof. And I'm like, I've never done that. I'm curious.
I know it's hard because all the science shit that goes on, like, and it's like I really want to. I'd love to see like actual studies done with people running that gear. Like, I want to see it all. I want to see
I mean,
the
you think
whole.
it could, but do you think it could actually be accurate, Seth? Because like everybody's genetics are so fucking different.
Yeah,
Like,
but if you
what
pull
a thousand,
if you were to say fuck it, let's run a science experiment and get 10 bodybuilders, okay, and let's get them all to run this same shit and train a certain way and eat a certain way because they could, like, we can control that vacuum. I'd love to see the actual results of it all for each one of
okay,
them.
hold on. I got a better idea.
Yeah.
If they ran that same experiment with just you or just one guy, then they would know. Because what I was getting at is if you had 10 guys and you put them all on like various drugs or whatever, they're all gonna like react differently based on their body and their genetics, how fast they clear the drug, how they respond to the drug. It's gonna be different across the board. So like you're not gonna be able to tell if 1,000 milligrams of
It could be
Primo.
different, but then that's why you like pile it together to get an average or a mean. It's like,
Yeah.
they all on average gain 6 pounds of muscle in 12 weeks. Like, that's
Yeah.
really the average. We're
'Cause
like, some guys will only gain 1, some guys will gain 25. And then you kind of average it out and say, okay, across 100 people over a 12-week span, they got an average of 8 pounds of muscle accrued,
If you had a big enough swath of people, I'm saying I think a more realistic way to do it is just do it if like for people listening, I would just do it on yourself. Take like 12 weeks, do a certain thing, or 8 weeks, do something, then take a break, then do a different, you know what I mean? Like
I was saying, I mean, that's what we do. We run all that stuff, but I was saying like from like even like a blood work standpoint of like, say, let's see what happens from all of it.
yeah.
Blood work, body composition, like the whole nine every week. Like these motherfuckers are studied.
I wonder
I used to-
who could fund that.
Yeah.
I used to think that like the frequency of injection shit was bullshit.
Mhm.
Like I would be the first to argue with someone, just be like, oh, it's the half-life is the half-life and the whatever. But it's like ever since I was just like, fuck it, I'll do it because it was at the recommendation of Mike, and I was like, I did it. Now I do shots like I do 5 days a week, so I split up my dose and I pin it with insulin needles every day for Monday to Friday, and I take weekends off just because I get sick of it. But I've noticed since I've done that, like I've felt more even,
Yeah.
like through everything. Like I just feel like I don't like, yeah, it's like every day you got to go up and give yourself a little pin, but it's nothing, right? But I noticed like it's a different feeling being on the drug that way than not. And I can only speak from personal experience, right? Because trust me, I've done both ways where I've like literally loaded everything in on a Sunday.
I agree with you.
Like a fucking pin.
I agree with you, Mike. I did it for a short period of time with my test. I forget what I was using. I think it was just test. And I was doing the same thing. I was doing it every day, and I was just doing like fucking 10 fucking mils on on an insulin needle or 10 fucking whatever IU.
Yep.
And I kind of got I actually felt like I was getting, sorry. Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm sorry. Maybe the
Oh yeah, right.
Go ahead.
Paul's
Hi.
here.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hi. Yeah, I stuck in there.
It wasn't, for me, I actually felt like I was getting more out of the drug. Like I felt like it was,
Weren't you getting like little oil deposits though? I was getting that.
that's why I stopped doing it. It didn't feel like
Just
it was.
do it, but you do it IM with a slim pin.
I was.
Stick it in like your shoulder.
It felt like
Yeah, no, so
triceps.
don't get 8 millimeters. I get 12.7s, so half-inch slim pins, 30 gauge slim pins that are half-inch.
Yeah,
and I just do them in somewhere where my skin's really thin. So I'll do like in the side of my quad or my shoulder.
Yeah.
And if you do it with a long slim pin, I never had a knot in my life. If I did it too shallow, like with an 8 millimeter, then yes, you'll get a little bump. If you do it 12.7, you won't.
All right, I'll try it out. I'll try it again.
You were doing it
28
in the
to
side of
30
your
gauge,
quad.
12.7.
What's that, Seth?
You were doing it in the side of your quad.
Yeah, I found that was
Yeah, the skin's thin as hell there.
That's where I have the lowest body fat there on the side of my leg. So if I was going to use a slim pin, it made the most sense. I don't love doing big pins in my quads.
Mhm.
Like if I was going to do a 1-inch needle in my quad, I'm not a huge fan of that. But with a slim pin, I honestly found it was the best spot to do it.
See, I
love
agree. I'm 100% in on the slim pin. Like once I started doing it, like this whole time that I was the 14 weeks I was on, like I was like, this is making a massive difference from a body composition standpoint, and like the highs and lows and how my body stayed consistent, like body fat, like everything. And I was like, this is real. But I stayed away from my quads because I used to pin my quads a lot.
Very different with the slim pin.
So like with the slim pin, I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Right.
Didn't know. So
I found even with slim pins that in the quad, I'd always get a problem. I must have like sensitive thighs or something.
I like
Never have success.
You're getting bad gear from Fouad, Paul.
I used to have sensitive thighs.
Yeah,
I think I do.
Plug, Paul.
You know my thighs are sensitive.
Maybe because they have no muscle on them.
A 2-inch 21 gauge right in the thigh.
It's crazy. I had a period where I started to discover this on my own accord, the daily stuff, but I was still so sold at the camp. I don't know why. I just convinced myself that deeper was better.
That was a thought process for a long time.
It was. Yeah. I was doing 23 gauge 1.5" every day.
That's what I was doing. Oh, not every day. Not every day. Every other day. Yeah.
I've done 23 gauge 1.5" in my biceps.
Oh, I've done that. I've done
just
that.
Fucking a dagger, just like.
I forget who I was around one day. I think it might have been
daily. You needed with an 1.5". You needed the spots, you know.
I think I was around my brother, and he's like, "I think you're going to hit the bone." I'm like, "No, I'm good."
I've seen a guy that was like 17-inch arms, not a big guy, shoot 1.5" into his bicep with no problem. So when I saw him do that, I'm like, I'm fine. You know,
it makes you wonder how small the fucking bone actually is.
Because I just think there's more depth to the muscle than we think. You know,
An
1.5" really isn't that much. You know, like
a long time ago, you shot my biceps for me, Fouad, because I was afraid to do it. I wanted to try it. And
I don't remember that.
Yeah, long time ago. Like I'm talking back when I was still competing, so long time ago. And I remember just my arms were like just like this for like 2 weeks. I couldn't move. I was in so much pain.
Feels awesome though. Your arms feel so full when you train them.
I used to do them right before our training. I fucking shoot them up and go fucking hit biceps and shoot
a mill prop in there and go fucking train. You know,
I could never. Yeah, I don't know. I used to get a lot of injection pain.
Yeah. A lot of people are like that. You know, like,
but I think carrier oils, people react very different to different ones. Like whether it's based in like a fucking MCT or a cottonseed or grapeseed or whatever it is.
Right.
Like I've seen guys that like gear that I'm like, this is the gear I have zero reaction to ever. That they'll do one shot and they have a fucking like massive lump. Yeah. And then there's guys that are like, I can only shoot MCT oil based ones, and I like shoot those. I'm like, yo, I'm fucked up from this. I can't shoot this.
Oh,
so
I never
people react different to different carrier oils. So you need to find which one's better.
I got to tell you though, Ian, I think that's true, but I think there's some people that are just
100% inflammatory response. Yeah,
like Paul is so fixated on certain injection sites that if you go outside that, it doesn't matter what carrier oil, he's just going to be in pain.
My glutes are like tiles now.
Like he's convinced.
So much scar tissue.
You can also, Paul, you can just get extra oil and over dilute your shots. So like, get like, say you're shooting 1 mil of something, just go get extra MCT oil, like injection grade MCT oil or grapeseed oil, and then pull another 1 mil of that in there so that your dilution ratio is now really low and shoot that. It'll ease the shots a lot.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, because you get like less benzyl alcohol and all these other fucking whatever they put in that shit that might burn or hurt or the solutions in there. So,
So Paul,
find an oil you react to better, mix it with your gear to dilute it more and shoot it. It'll help.
Paul, you weren't here, but Mike disclosed his stack. So me and you're going to get on the Mike stack now.
Okay, I'm ready to up my game.
All right.
It hit my diet well.
Step it up to beginner level.
Can I tell you guys something about Paul? He's the biggest junkie on this podcast.
What are you talking about?
You get so excited when it comes to taking more gear.
I'm supportive, Fouad, I've always been supportive of your training. Whenever, and if you remember the years past when you competed, you'd always be like, once in a while, like, okay, I got to get ready now. And I'm like, okay, well, add a few things for me to your order, and
he would always
get ready with you.
He would always use my off seasons or whatever I was doing as an excuse, because I'd be like,
take more for him.
I'd be like, I got to bump up my stack, and he'd be like,
he's got to keep up with you. He's your
he's
trainer.
like, I better bump up mine too, so I can train with you. So
Support. That's not an excuse.
I would
100% support.
So he's taking like pro bodybuilder levels.
I mean, I think that you could say more of an enabler than a support.
No, I wouldn't have did it if it wasn't for
technically Fouad's enabling. Yes.
I justify it as support.
You got to wait for me because I want to fucking hop back on too. But I'm.
Yeah, what's going on? Do you not pulling past the goalie or what?
I'm getting close.
How do you know you're getting close? Is like,
my numbers are coming up. It's getting better.
You're like, I got to be getting close.
So I'm getting at least into the range where like we're getting to feasibility at some point.
Good.
So, I felt good though. I mean, I pressed 150s for 10 yesterday. Felt pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
How?
I close grip 365 on the Smith for 10 on the weekend as well on Friday.
You dumbbell pressed 150s?
Yeah.
10.
Flat.
This guy's natural for a fucking year. He's still dumbbell pressing.
Yeah, dude.
I did the 160s after it, and I think I only did like 7, but I think I could have done it for like 8, 9 if I did them fresh.
Well, I tore a tricep. I'm never going to be there again.
I've been training at Good Life, so I've only had 120s. I went and trained at a different gym yesterday, so I was like, fuck, I'll try them.
But wait a minute. Okay, hold on a minute. Good Life 150s aren't really.
No.
Rubber.
I've only been training at Good Life that has 120s. I went to a different gym that doesn't have isn't Good Life. So your argument fell flat immediately. Then.
It did. It was a good one, though. I was ready.
Piss you off anyway.
These are the big UMax, real fucking big.
Oh, the UMax ones are pretty good. They're pretty solid. Yeah. Anyway, who's going to the Arnolds?
I am.
You're judging
the amateurs. Yes.
Nice.
Ian, you're going with Raw.
Gym Reapers and Raw.
Gym Reapers and Raw.
Potentially Elevate.
Mike, you're not going because you'll probably beat somebody up.
Sure, I'm gonna.
What?
For sure, that's gonna happen.
He's on too much steroids to be in public.
Keep you around people.
Keep him caged up. Yeah.
Seth, are you going or no?
Yeah, I'll be there. We don't have a booth inside we don't have a booth there, but we'll be at the pros gym.
Okay.
So we'll be there for like a little event there.
Can I hold you responsible for getting me tickets as usual or what?
Oh, I don't even know. They don't like me anymore.
I need tickets. You've got me tickets for lots, like 10 shows I've gone to.
I know. I'll reach out to a couple people. I might be able to do something, but
hit up Brian. He'll help you out.
Maybe. I'm not commentating this year, so I don't know what special privileges I have. And
just ask him what he wants from us.
And we don't have a booth either, so I don't know. I'm going as a.
Tell him I say that Chris Bumstead won't show up unless he gives us tickets.
Ooh, I like it.
He's probably already got a direct line to Chris, so he doesn't.
Of course he does, but I'll throw it back at him and see what happens.
He gets a brother.
You're better off calling Chris and asking him to do something.
I'd be like leverage it.
Yeah.
No, I'm going as a fan this year, so I'm gonna fucking go hang out with Paul and fucking Ian and go to your event, Seth.
Nice.
And see what it's like. But I wanted to show you guys something that happened today. I thought you guys would find it interesting. I thought I could get you guys to give me a little bit of a rating here. Well, hold on a minute. I'm gonna stop this. No, not that. Yep, that. Okay. I'll go here.
Oh.
Oh.
I know my shirt's on. You can't tell.
That was dramatic. We'll sit down.
I got my shoulder. I should have pulled my shoulder back more.
Triceps are non-existent.
Be quiet. We got a rating here.
Paul wants me to rate his side chest. Let's see it. Yeah, I'm ready.
What positioning's wrong?
No. Why is it wrong?
Get your front foot too.
My hamstrings are shit.
But
Triceps are non-existent. Delt is not bad. Bicep is torn like halfway up, and stomach is the same thickness as your chest. That's perfect.
Like, my side chest is still pretty good.
my favorite part.
One pose I've been able to maintain.
I like your stomach sticking out the same fucking thickness as your chest. You go like this.
You gotta turn more, Paul. You're like so sideways. You're like,
Yeah, I'm old school, Fouad. Sorry,
7'7".
I'm a 90s bodybuilder. I'm a 90s
you're
bodybuilder.
judging modern bodybuilding. Get with the times, homie.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I agree with the modern posing.
Paul's doing it like Arnold would do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still the crab most muscular.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, crab is still cool, but the side chest is evolved. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I should have pulled my shoulder back more.
Yeah. So
Move
what's
that,
the
move that front foot forward so your hamstring's more sandwiched against the back leg.
So
It's like, whoa.
Little
Oh,
much.
whoa.
7'7".
you had
It
your
doesn't-
you had your feet reversed.
Yeah.
I should have had my front foot halfway in front of my back foot
Yes.
to pop my hamstring better.
Then your
You were
hamstring.
like this. You
That's
should-
what I did.
Yeah. You can't do it the other way.
Gotcha. That
Then
would
you
give you more
want this
drop.
to press on the back leg, so you need to move it forward. If you're back here, you're like quad to quad, not hamstring to quad. You know.
Makes me look more narrow on the side.
Yes.
You're welcome for the feet show there, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. And Steve Fouad always taught me the other way, like what I did.
Do it again. Do it again right now for us. Pop up.
You fucking asshole. You all your faults. All right. So what's the rating? I give you like a
4.8
well,
Out of five?
are we rating the pose?
out of 10.
Out of 5.
Guys, come on! I'm at least average, aren't I?
Are we rating
You're fine. You're average. Yeah.
Are we rating the pose or the physique?
The pose.
Well, I mean, pose is part of your presentation.
I'll give you like a 6.5 on the pose.
Yeah, the pose is probably actually a 6. If you're incorporating the physique, it's like a 4.5.
Yeah.
Fucking guys, take in consideration here. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not really bodybuilding much anymore.
You don't get a pass for age.
Yeah.
Just-
What about-
The scale's the scale, Paul.
What about that's
Tell you
classic? How about classic?
Paul, take your shirt off right now and hit it for real. Let's see what you got.
It doesn't look good, Mike. I look better with a shirt on.
If we're using Chris Bumstead's side chest as a 10, what do you give that?
Well, you're kind of putting the bar a little higher, don't you think, for me?
Well, that's the 10.
It's not a level
That is
playing
the
field.
perfect side chest in classic. So if that's a 10 in classic physique side chest, where do you think you fall? Honestly,
At least a 6.1, I think, a 6.2 maybe. I think I'm at least better than the average person.
I'll give
5
you
is an
6.1.
average person.
I'll give you 6.1.
sure.
That's like 4 away from
I
perfect.
had to beg you guys for a 6.1. Jeez.
Yeah.
I said 7'7".
Thank you, Seth. Jeez. These
Yeah,
guys.
I'll give you a
Seth,
six.
I give you a 7, Paul. That's
I know you would,
7.
Mike. Yeah, I know. You know what you're looking at. Not like these two guys.
I'm just dogpiling with Fouad here. That's all.
I know.
know what you're looking at.
I know you don't mean it.
it.
You recognize excellence when you see it.
One day when we do go for that hydrotherapy, I'll show you a real side chest.
Well, this is a preview into the Rate Your Physique. We got. Listen, I want to mention it again. The member site will be ready mid-February. There's going to be Rate Your Physique, Rate Your Form,
Ooh.
and maybe we'll do Rate Your Pose as well. That might not be a bad one to add. So
We could branch out.
I like the posing aspect. I like because Ian's super critical of it and up with the times, if you will. I think that'd be a really good one to add in there.
No.
Like,
Ian was not great at posing, right?
he was phenomenal at posing.
I was one of those that those who can't do teach. You know,
Yes.
Yeah.
do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly.
But my side chest and my side tricep were fantastic.
Your side shots were
My quarter turns and my side shots were all amazing. So
Yeah,
I just
I
couldn't
would
do every other pose. That's all.
Back shots are good.
Listen, I wanted to ask you guys. I was going to add a section to the member site where people could connect with you guys for like half an hour on a consultation. Because, like, I don't know, somebody might want to pick your brain about your diet or something like that. Are you guys interested in doing that?
Yeah, I'll talk to people.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with
Paul's
that.
Paul's going to get the most requests. They're just going to sit with you
Hey,
for a
we can
while.
talk. What do you want to talk about?
Paul's price is going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Well, you
Whatever
guys
you want to talk about.
It's funny.
Open book.
You guys set your own prices, so I don't care. Like, I just thought it'd be cool to have it on an option on the site.
Well, considering I do it all day on Instagram for free, it probably isn't a bad idea.
Yeah.
Paul, you should start doing Cameo. Do you know what that is?
It's
like
that.
the
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like
be a
that.
man guy, like the be a man guy.
Hey, you wish people happy birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pay and
No
you
one
do.
asks you for a request and you like record it. You know,
Yeah, I would do that. Jump out of a
you can
cake.
you can dump people's girlfriends for them and shit. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't,
Oh, I'd
don't-
love to do that.
You don't jump out of a cake ever.
I would love to dump people for people. Something
Yeah.
I would.
Oh, you wouldn't. You're so full of shit.
I
over.
would. I would let them down so easy.
You're the nicest fucking guy in the world.
I know.
No,
So
you
imagine I would
no,
let
you
them
would
down so easy.
start. You would start, and then you would change your mind, and you wouldn't.
You
dump
would bumble over his
You know
words
what?
for
Like, you know what?
15
I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to get back together.
You guys, your
Well,
problems
this-
are
this
serious.
is-
You
right.
guys are
You
good
guys
for each
can
other.
fix
Yeah. What are you guys doing? There's nothing out there.
Hang on to what you got. It's fucking bad out there, man.
That's right, man. The shithole out there.
I was thinking about our predictions. I don't think we should lose a point to make changes.
Oh,
There's got to be some
Backing
kind
it
of
up now,
penalty.
are we? Huh?
You're
There's
right.
gotta be
Okay.
Make some
something.
changes, don't they?
It's not because I want to make changes, because it makes it less fun.
Oh, I think it makes it more fun.
No, it doesn't. Because then we can't do any
Hey,
predictions.
stick to your guns, man.
Weeks
Yeah.
out.
That's why you gotta think.
Look, I think it's a dumb
Makes you
idea to
think.
have the point lost, but I think if you did it, we got to stick to it now. You know,
Well, we don't have to do it. That's the thing. It's our own. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
I think there needs to be some form of penalty.
I don't think there should be any penalty. I think we're just going to go ahead and make changes.
I'm
Oh,
down. I'm ready to make changes.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Right?
Seth, where are you? You're right.
We see some updates.
Sure. Who do you
Yeah.
want to see?
Everybody, except for Samson. I could already know.
Wait. Look at this motherfucker. I got to show you guys. I don't know. Whoever doesn't follow Samson, look at this fucking shit. So
He still fits in his.
this is what he got now.
Nice. I like the orange, big orange man.
He went from the 620 to the fucking 720.
Mm.
He got the big boy. And I don't know if I can find it. This motherfucker gets the license plate to boot.
Mr. O.
You get it?
Yeah, I wonder if it's in here. I don't know where the fuck. I might have missed it already. Yeah, I think it says number 19, Mr. O or some shit. I'm like,
Oh,
this,
wow.
Sick.
this fucking guy. Yeah. This
Hey,
is the
I didn't realize that back out real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
Go to that one with him in the red trunks there. That will never not be amazing to me that's
I know,
20.
right?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
2016.
But you can, but Seth, you can see it. Like, look at the arms are bigger than
Yeah,
the
but how many people do we
Roundness.
say you can see it in?
do you
This
mean?
dude actually like pulled it off. Like he went. all the way.
Oh, yeah. No. Look, I'm not saying it's not
I
incredible.
see
I'm just
so
saying-
much potential, but like, dude,
Yeah.
that is still fucking wild to me. 8 years.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I love it.
Okay. This is the most recent Samson update for those who haven't seen it.
His legs look bigger than ever.
Yeah.
He's getting more detail coming through earlier on now.
Yeah.
So he's improving for sure. And he trained arms today on that day. So that's why his arms look like that.
That pose is getting better all the time.
Yeah. All right. Have you guys seen enough or you want to see him go all the way around?
Let's see him go around.
let the people watch. You know,
Yeah.
Glutes get some lines there.
What is it now? Like 8 weeks out, 6 weeks out,
this is 7 here.
7? Oh yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Look how big his
Let's see a side chest, and then we'll compare it to Paul's.
Yeah, that's. What do you
7-7.
give Samson? Is Samson
all right. Let's see. Oops.
I don't know if anybody else has put anything up.
I think Carlos is the only one. I haven't seen anything with James.
This is an
That's
old
not really
picture.
Old.
The last James update was here, I think. No, that's an old one too. There was one he posted that looked pretty good. This one. That's pretty good. That was 4 weeks ago. So shape looks good, but can't tell too much. And if we go back, then we can go to Carlos. Let's see what Carlos is doing here.
This is we have an update here somewhere. That I think is the most recent update.
I mean, he's definitely a fucking cartoon.
Can Carlos be in the top 3?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tough man. I know. I don't think he can beat Andrew or Derek or
Yeah.
Samson.
Well, no, he's not going to
I
be.
think he could be 4th, maybe. I mean,
Can he beat Andrew?
no.
I don't think so. Not yet.
Not yet.
Can he beat Brandon or William?
I think he can beat William.
Oh, that's a tall order. They're both.
You know what I know? You know what I
They're
noticed?
both really strong from the back.
Paul, you know what I noticed over the course of the last few weeks?
What?
You really don't like Williams' physique.
I like Williams' physique. I just feel like as he's getting a little bit older, he's getting a little bit blockier. And to get some of these shape guys, and I don't know, for me, it's just kind of.
Do you think he's getting blockier, or do you think his limbs are just not as volumized as they were when he was a little younger?
That's probably what it is. Because he was never he never had a tiny waist or anything. He was always, more of
Yeah, because what you're trying to say is like his legs and arms were so big that it made up for the waist.
It offset it. Yeah. I think now though, like you said, like his legs, I don't think they're as great as they used to be, in his arms too. So it's starting to see him look more and more.
But he was 8th at the Olympia. Like he wasn't.
I know,
You know
but
what
I
mean?
didn't have him there. I mean, I'm not saying that I was.
Well, who did you
I
have?
was right, but
Did you have Brandon ahead of him? Because Brandon was 9th.
yeah, I think it was Brandon I had ahead. Who was 10th again now?
Akim.
Akim. I had him fighting with Akim.
Okay. So you didn't have him that far off.
No, just a place or two. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't like I had him out of the top 12 or something like that.
Okay. Okay. So you think Carlos can beat William?
William, yeah.
But not.
If he comes in hard enough, because William, is consistent
You know where I disagree with you the most?
back.
Yeah. William's back is going to be far
William
better.
and Brandon are both really good from the back.
Yeah.
Like this is
Their
going to.
conditioning, and especially Williams' conditioning, is always really good.
I just find Williams getting a little bit more narrow from the back. And again, maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's the arms and legs.
A lot of detail and density there, you know.
Paul, you're 100% right. If you go back to like 2020, 2019, Bonac's legs and hamstrings and everything were so much more round that what you're seeing is true. But if you ignore what he used to look like and just look at this, that's still going to be hard for Carlos to beat from the back, I think.
From the back, but I think Carlos can beat him from the front and probably from the side too if he comes in hard enough.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll be lacking detail though.
I think the key to it, yeah.
Sorry,
I
Seth.
think-
Go ahead, Seth.
I think Carlos is going to lack a little more detail than Rubiel did,
Yeah.
especially in the legs. And I think that's going to be the one setback that he's going to have is the lack of detail in his legs, his abs. And that's assuming everything's going to go great for Carlos. I think that him doing Detroit's going to be a great opportunity for him afterwards to kind of continue through, because I think he'll get better.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's going to be able to beat Bonac or Brandon.
Look at this, Paul. That's still pretty good. Like that's a good X free.
Oh yeah. Like I don't mean to take, I don't mean to say that he
No,
doesn't
but
look
I mean,
great,
like,
so.
Weeks out, that's a good look.
like
It's
his
a good
leg-
look. I prefer Carlos' combination of roundness, size, and shape.
I think Carlos
over
is
that.
better in a front double and like some shots for sure. But
I think we should make a side bet, Paul.
Sure.
I'm going to take William.
Over Carlos, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Deal. What do you want to bet?
What are we betting? You have to grow your hair out.
Roll along.
3
You have
months.
to do a inch and a
months?
half
No.
long shot in your
You have
bicep.
to. No. I got it. I got it. You have to grow your hair out. You can't trim the sides at all. You have to grow you have to grow your hair out till after the Arnold.
From
From now until after the Arnold.
Arnold's only like fucking 6 weeks.
I don't care. I want him to sit at the judge's table without trim.
no,
Look like a homeless man.
no, I'm not looking like a hobo.
He won't do it.
No, I'm not looking like a fucking hobo sitting there. No way.
What
Plus,
the
I got
fuck
5
then?
weeks leading up to that. I'm gonna look like shit the whole time.
Okay, fine. Then you got to get rid of your beard and keep the mustache.
Paul,
After
look
the
at
Arnold's.
what I mean.
I know you do look good. I was going to comment on that.
Thank you.
After the Arnold's, though.
No.
You can rock this, Paul. You'll look awesome. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
okay. Mustache at the Arnold's.
I think.
Oh wait, we can't do it until after the Arnold's anyway because we're not going to know who fucking won. What are we talking about?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
right.
betting on the Arnold.
Yeah, but you
yeah,
got to
sorry.
keep it. Then you got to keep it till like some other important event. You
Detroit.
Yeah, but it's
Stash
like,
for Detroit.
okay, stash for Detroit. Okay, sorry,
Okay.
Seth, go ahead.
No, I agree. I think that's a great one. I like the stash. I think Paul could pull it off.
I've
Okay,
done it before.
The trick with the stash is you have to leave the stubble. You can't like shave your
Yeah,
face.
yeah. You
You
can't
have like a heavy stubble, which is like
yeah, but that's not what we're saying. We're not trying to make it look cool. You got to shave your face.
like bick your face.
Yeah, you got to shave your face and leave a stash.
Just a
And the
big
stash,
cookie
the trick
duster.
of the stash too is the stash can't come. It has to be above the corners of your mouth. Because if it comes below, it starts to look cool. If you're
Yeah. You can't.
Oh, so no handlebars, you mean? No
You
handlebars.
can't have handlebars.
not
So
even a
right
little
about
bit,
where my
like not
mouth-
even like this isn't a handlebar, but it just comes to the creases, so I don't look like a fucking dad. You
Okay,
know?
so right there. Right there.
Yeah, you have to be
right at the
above
corner.
the corner of your mouth, so it's straight
Okay.
line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
me,
if Carlos takes last place, you got to do the Hitler.
Yes.
Oh.
okay, listen.
No. If Carlos comes dead last, you have to shave everything except for a soul patch.
I've had
No,
that.
just do
What's
the
that?
do the
Just-
really thin lined up. Like,
Yeah.
All those are hideous.
like Fat Joe, like super lined up. Like
Okay.
Or do like the full lineup, like thin line. All
we're
the
gonna
way.
make you. We're gonna make you go to a black barber shop too.
Yeah.
They're gonna line you up like fucking razor.
Fucking etch that bitch in. Yeah.
Does anybody else want to get in on this bet?
Well, it's only a 2-man
Carlos,
bet.
No, we're gonna add other people to the bet.
The more the
just
merrier.
Carlos and William.
Carlos and William. That's it. That's what we're betting on.
Yeah, I'll take Carlos.
Yes.
Okay. Mike, you're gonna shave your beard.
I won't do that.
What's Mike's punishment then?
So you're not in then.
Well,
Good
think
thing
of
it's something
something
different
else.
from Mike.
No, that's the bet. Whoever gets in, the loser's got to shave their beards and keep a mustache.
Mike's got to paint his fingernails pink and leave him for 2 weeks.
No, I want Mike to shave his beard. I don't want to fucking.
I'll dye my beard rainbow colors.
Okay.
You gotta.
Okay, we can do that. That's cool. I'll do that.
Oh yeah, for how long?
I
Till
don't know,
Detroit.
week.
Till after Detroit.
Till it gets out. It won't
Okay.
be permanent.
He's got to keep.
I'll
till
spray like a rainbow through it.
You got a rainbow beard for Carlos.
That's almost better. I almost want Paul to do that instead. You know?
Mustache for Paul. Seth and Ian, are you getting on this bet or no?
No, I'm good.
Seth?
I think I'm good on this one.
All right. I'll do the mustache also. And I got William. All right.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Game on.
That
Yeah, if I was going to bet,
You're
I
on. You're fucking on.
don't even know who I put in my predictions, but if I was going to bet, I think I would go with William too.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, put something on the line, Ian.
I'm good.
See how confident you are.
Talk about it. Be
I didn't
about
say
it.
I was that confident. That's why I'm not betting.
Ian's no fun.
Chicken.
Okay, fine. What do you want me to do? Then?
What are you yellow?
Fuck. Well, what's my punishment then?
You have to shave one eyebrow off.
Off completely?
Yes.
Yeah, the other one
Or
stays.
at least get some lines shaved into it.
Okay, I'll do some lines.
No,
That's
no,
cool.
no.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna
Lines
look-
are cool. That's borderline
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it's gonna look
I'll
good
do
on
that
him.
right now. Fuck, I'll get my razor and we'll notch it up. You know?
All right, we'll figure it out. But Ian's
Yeah.
in. Think of something, Paul.
Okay, I'm in for Bonac then.
You got to get some dangly earrings. You got to get your ears pierced and wear some danglers.
I have my ears.
He doesn't care. He'll do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I don't care.
Okay, here's Akim. I think this is the most recent one. By the way, can I just tell you guys, everybody who's watched the Akim podcast I did absolutely fucking loved it and said the same thing I did. He's got so much more personality than he shows on fucking social media. If you haven't watched the podcast, go check it out. He's a
I
fucking
did one guest posing with him,
Yeah.
and I didn't stop laughing the whole time.
dude, he's a great fucking guy, man. I was like, this guy.
Awesome.
I was gonna have him on with us one time. He's fucking awesome.
He's got his own podcast too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does one with it's a Muscle Meds podcast, I think, with a couple other guys. What do you think, Ian? How's he look?
Good.
Is he gonna
Black looks so much better when he hits it when he pulls it that way.
Sorry, what's that, Mike?
His weird lat looks so much better when he pulls it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed he made some changes.
Why did he just how did he just figure that out? That looks way better.
Yeah, I don't know. I noticed like after the last show, his update pictures he's been doing his back shots a little differently.
I wonder if he could start popping his back double like that and kind of popping it forward, you know?
Yeah, to bring out the erectors.
Like Chris did. Yeah. His biceps look so wacky in that front double. Oh, that's crazy. Look at these fucking things.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This is the podcast you were talking about, Paul. This is Legends
Okay.
of Iron.
Oh yeah, John Anderson, the guy with the crazy traps.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
It's all
so
traps.
I don't know, man. He's got high hopes. He thinks he can be in that top call out. I think I kind of do too, because
Honestly,
honestly,
in the top call, it's not out of the question.
listen, we were talking and he did make a lot of sense. He's like, look, I beat those guys on the scorecard Saturday night at the Olympia. Like he beat William and
It's a
Brandon.
2-day show at the Arnold too, though.
No, I know that. I'm just saying he said to me, and I kind of like, obviously I agree with this because you have to mathematically. He's like, if I can show up like I did on the Saturday night, there's no reason why I'm not right behind Andrew.
I completely agree, but if you're going by historical accuracy, the Arnold UK, all those, he was only that good on the second day.
I know, but you got to think working with Aceto, eventually they're going to figure it out.
Yeah. Was he working with Chris for the Olympia too?
Yes.
A lot of it could just be an anxiety dump, man. I always look better on the second day of shows too, because like I got the fucking willies out of my system, and that's not something you can peak for, you know? So
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I guess that's a decision we're going to have to make. I just think it's interesting, and I didn't know this before I spoke to him. I didn't realize that he beat those guys on the scorecards on Saturday night.
yeah, no, I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I know more than you, so it's of course
About gay things, but other than that, where the fuck? Sorry, guys. Andrew, does Andrew have anything up?
no, but
I haven't seen anything.
He does a lot of this now.
Well, he's always done the splits on stage.
I know, but I noticed he's been posting the splits more.
Huh.
I think the first one got such a big reaction because people were like, "Holy fuck, this guy can do the splits." So I think,
So big.
yeah. Nothing here to see though, unfortunately. If we go on, Brandon Curry, obviously nothing. This is the most recent thing I've seen.
I don't know if that's a recent photo though.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not in Kuwait, is he anymore?
No,
No,
I think he said he's not working with them anymore.
No, he's
Yeah,
not.
that picture's at
Tracy's
Oxygen.
working with
That's
Justin
Harris.
Rodriguez.
Harris. Yeah.
Yeah, because that picture was in Oxygen there, so I don't think he's there anymore.
I don't know. What else do you guys want to see? Does Derek have anything up?
No.
I don't think so. Nothing new.
Nothing, just the ones that we all seen, like these
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Like, do you I mean, there hasn't been a lot of updates in a week. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like it's very calm right now. Like,
Yeah.
very.
I wonder if people saw Samson's fucking updates and they were like, well, fuck, I'm not going to post anything now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
Maybe
mean,
not.
maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. A lot of these guys, like when you talk to some of them, they don't like getting they don't like being judged
Well,
before it's time to be judged.
Well, I
There's
think
so
that.
many- Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ian.
There's so many shitty channels out there now that are just gonna like do garbage with your fucking updates. So like, if I could understand being more hesitant with putting content out like that, you know,
Yeah.
Like,
they're not all wonderful people like us that will put you in the limelight and say nice things about you. You know,
Yeah.
like when I feel like the same thing. That's kind of where I was going with it. Like whenever somebody puts out anything, like, dude, I follow all the pages, so immediately the second I open Instagram, like six scrolls, I see the same picture, the same thing over and over. And then you go into the comments, and it's some of the same people, some of the different people. And then I open YouTube, 8 hours later, and there's a video up about somebody trashing the fact that Derek's left leg is this, or someone's lat didn't pop out during this pose. And I'm like, but it popped out.
you can put up other content without putting yourself at the exposure of that. You know,
Yeah, and it's
I get it.
Shit.
It sucks for
I agree.
it sucks for normal bodybuilding fans. We're like, man, we want to see the updates,
Well, then you
not
just
so we
make
can
fucking trash content.
not
What I
so
miss.
not so we can shit on people. Or we're just talking about like there's not that many updates posted and people
People are doing it because they're getting sick of getting shit on.
Well,
We don't know.
We
We're
don't know.
speculating what it could be.
Speculating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can understand that.
We're guessing that maybe they don't want to be judged before it's time to be judged.
Yeah.
Right.
You think people have a hard time staying away from the comments and stuff after they post stuff?
Listen, I won't. I don't. Okay, can I just say this? I don't think it's abnormal at all for fans to judge.
Of course, You're
It's
putting
what,
yourself
it's
out there.
what it's what sports are all about. If you go read the comment sections of a football fucking about the football players after a football game the day after, they're talking about how fucking stupid the coach is and how shit this player
100%.
played.
Yeah.
Like this is normal. This is how fans act about any sport.
Do you think, here's a question though, do you think it's easier? So I use that term loosely and like because I don't have a better word to use now, because they make millions upon millions of dollars.
Yep.
Like if you're getting $20 million a year to throw the
You don't give
football,
a fuck. Yeah.
yeah, I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. I've been playing 3 years. I got 60.
Well, they also most of these guys aren't going on social media in the same capacity that bodybuilders are.
I don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's very personable and like
Like fucking Lionel
Okay,
Messi isn't going on fucking Instagram, you know?
Okay, but hold on. They're
Other
not
than like fly in and fuck models, you know?
okay. Hold on. They're not going on Instagram, but they're going like. But there's bigger shows on TV and shit and on the internet that are covering the football games, and they're shit talking those players. So yeah, they're not going on like some jerk off's channel on Instagram, but there's big shows on ESPN and fucking all the different
Yeah,
sports.
and all those people have those players to thank to even have a fucking job. Because all they do is they get paid to talk shit about these professional athletes. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying to you is it's just fucking sports. That's how sports is.
But the thing is,
Nature of the
the
beast.
difference might be that the guys that are like, say, take NFL football players who are getting shit on because they're like their local team, their team is shitting on them or the media or whatever, but they've been under that scrutiny because they're top level guys since they're in high school.
Right.
So they've had to swallow that pill and swallow their pride for how long now? So there's like everyone's gonna talk shit who gives a fuck.
They're used to
But
it.
like when you're like a bodybuilder who's up and coming, it's like, yeah, other guys on the team can have a shit game too, and we can start naming names of like all the other 11 guys on the field at one time, right? But it's like in bodybuilding, it's like some of these guys, I think they get caved in by the pressure because it is just about you, and they're literally nitpicking like you naked. And in all aspects, the only thing covered is your crotch. So it's like I'm literally gonna nitpick your entire body and tell you I don't like it or why
Well,
this is shit.
I think the first thing you said, Mike, is more important to me anyway. I think when you've been through it for your entire sporting career, you develop a callousness to it. Where I think a lot of bodybuilders, I watched Samson go through this in front of my fucking face. A lot of bodybuilders don't get that callousness built up because nobody cares about what they're doing until
they value social media and shit like that way too much. Like it defines them as a person.
I think there is a difference, a pretty distinct difference between judging performance and judging a look. I think for some reason, I do think there is a big difference. Saying someone didn't play a good game or they fucking shit on shooting this penalty shot or whatever versus saying someone just like has flaws that like something you look can't be immediately remedied and feels like a lot more like finite to someone and a lot more like scary and irreversible when they're being judged for those things versus like if you had a bad game, you had a bad game. I think people move on from that and it's not the same thing. I think when you're talking about how people look, I think it affects them a lot more than when you're talking about how they performed.
I think
like if someone says that I was fucking weak, I don't care. Or that I had a bad lift or that my form in one of my videos is ugly, I literally don't care.
I think you're looking at it from your own perspective. I don't think you're looking at it from a player's perspective because a player,
I don't know.
If a basketballer player, if you take Shaq, if he can't shoot a fucking free throw, you can't say, well, he can just go practice it and then shoot it. He couldn't fucking shoot a free throw his whole career.
Yeah, but he was also so dominant in a million other ways in the game.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not as easy as just saying, oh, that guy had a bad game. If somebody's shit at an aspect of their game,
it's okay
that's not always easily remedied.
As a bodybuilder or a fitness competitor, it's okay for you to be critiqued and to not be where you want to be yet because
100%.
it's an ever progressing sport. Even when you're done your career, you're gonna be like, man, I always had hoped my triceps had got a little better, or my or my quads, or my whatever, right? So it's like riding that and understanding that it makes a big difference. Where like these kids nowadays, and I don't know, I can't really speak from what I see on social media, but they'll get slammed on an update pick or a look at a show. And instead of just eating the blame, being like, "Yeah, I'm still working. Like I'm not a finished product, guys. So I'm going to get better. So don't worry about that." They immediately blame someone.
Yeah,
it's like, "Oh, it's this guy's fault. He didn't peak me right." It's like, no, you're just young, and like it just didn't happen. But you have more shows to come, so stop freaking the fuck out. Like bodybuilding shows are always going to be there, guys. Like if you do well at one or you don't do well, there's another one coming up. There's another year coming up, and it's just like this, like fixating on like the whole thing of like counting down the weeks. And I'm not talking about like guys doing the Arnold. That's a big deal. But I'm talking like, you guys see these amateur guys and they're like 7 weeks out and they're like, the mission's almost complete. And you're like, bro, you're not even fucking like, this is your first show ever. What are you talking about? Like, there's no countdown.
But in the same vein, Mike, and I just said this on a podcast I did like a couple days ago. The guy getting ready for the Olympia and the guy getting ready for the novice at the fucking Detroit, they're both going through the same emotions. Whether one,
and it's important. I get it. It's like it is what you love and it's what you care about. But it's like a healthier way of thinking about it, even from the pro to the amateur, is just understand that you are not a finished product.
yes,
You are an ever evolving thing. So don't get stuck about how you looked here.
Right.
When your plan is to go way over here. So like, yeah, man, my quads aren't that great, but I'm gonna fucking get them better.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna make you eat shit when 10 years or 6 years from now I got the best quads in the IFBB, right? But it's like they just get so hung up on it. It seems like it just beats them down to the point. Like I can think of people off the top of my head who haven't had good showings lately, and they're just like, where are you now? What are you doing?
I'd say, I'm arguing for people posting more updates, but at the same time, it's hard to be fucking judged, man. It's not a fucking easy thing. Like I've been judged for everything I've done in bodybuilding for 25 years. Mm-hmm. And the judgments have not always been nice. And it's not easy to be judged and say, I don't care, I'm just going to keep on showing what I got, and be judged time and time again and just keep on going. Like a lot of people are they're like, I don't want to be judged anymore. And they hide away from it. Like I don't want people to say I'm shit.
Or at least like save the judgment for when I step on stage and I want to be judged.
Right.
I want you to look at me like
right.
Well, I think the old guys had it. They didn't have social media, but they also had that understanding where it was like there was a certain mystique. Even if I think they had social media, I don't think they would have posted.
Yeah.
Because there was a certain mystique to like, man, no one's seen Dorian all year.
Right.
And like he walks on stage and you're like, what the fuck is that? Because there's way more shock factor to that, especially to the judges who haven't seen a thing from you, and they're like, whoa, like,
yeah,
like it's that initial whoa that catches people, right? And there's none of that anymore, because it's like I see 3 days out, 2 days out, day of the show, like there's I know what you're gonna look like before you walk up there, and if for some reason you look better 2 weeks before, and it was a wow 2 weeks before, and you walk out on stage and shit the bed, you've automatically cut yourself out.
Yeah.
So I remember
when I first started bodybuilding, guys would wear like sweaters to the gym, and they would never take those sweaters off. They would maybe show a couple of their buddies when they were getting ready, in the dressing room, but you never wore even a tank top in the gym. Yeah. But those days of long change.
Can I think of the flip side? We talk about the flip side of that for a second, though? So, okay, it's lost a little bit of that mystique that Mike's talking about, but at the same time, people feel more connected to bodybuilders now, and they fucking relate to them more.
Oh yeah.
So there's that positive that goes with it. That, I mean, like think about how closed off the bodybuilding community was to people in general. If you think about 30 years ago, now they all have access to everybody, and it's like it's kind of better for the sport. And I think that's why you're getting prize money like $500,000 at the Arnold or $500,000 at the Olympia. It's because people have more access and they're more interested. So even though I miss what you're talking about, Mike, like I miss that like kind of mystique of like just right.
I think there's like stealthier ways to go about it. Like you saw Samson like doing that update pick, but like, or you see guys put training videos up who like, you always like, I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but when I used to see training videos of guys who were competing back, like when I was coming up, I judged by like the look of their forearm.
Yeah,
or how gone the face was. And I'm like, how fucking fucking, or just like you can see like the striations at the top of the chest if he's got like and you're like, well, fuck, like when that shirt comes off, that's going to be fucking madness. But I didn't need to see it. I understood what it was going to be. So like, get back to that mold. There's nothing saying you can't show people what you're doing or like give them glimpses. Like you can be in a tank top. That's not your physique.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's still, you can still, like if you're in shorts and you're squatting, we can see separated quads. It's like,
Okay, but
wait
now
till we get to see it for real.
okay, so
Tease a little bit.
this is the confusing thing if I'm somebody listening to this right now. We've gone from complaining that there's no updates to now saying that it's better that they're not updating. So what do we want? What do we
Well,
actually?
No, it's
They're
like
not
you got to
even-
find that
between-
happy. You got to
They're
find
not
that
even
happy.
showing us
middle
their
ground.
forearms. We don't even see no forearms.
No, it's just like
So
if
faces,
I'm,
at least.
I'm either all the way in and I'm showing you everything, or I'm boycotting. It's like just fucking just do your normal
Mike
work.
wants to be
You know what I mean?
teased. Mike wants to be teased.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that's what's the
It's like-
fucking fun of it, right? Like,
Tell me a story.
I want to see like what this is leading up to. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, well,
I think that Chris Chris did it. He's done it super well.
Yes.
Because he has that ability to, with his stature and everything that he is within the industry. Like he didn't put out a bunch of updates. You just see him like in the workout videos. He'll have on a
Tank
8
top.
weeks out. He'll have on a tank top, and then he'll
Yeah.
have on short shorts. But he was constantly putting out updates.
Yeah.
So you kind of be able to be like, oh, I think he's going to do this. But
Yeah.
and then
He
you
wouldn't
have
show you
Nick
that much.
Walker, who was putting out, full bodies every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And then still would come in and kind of like be like, he looks even better than we thought, or not so good.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the times that the guys that are putting out the updates on a frequent basis who are like showing full pose down like routines. Like I think it's almost them trying to get affirmation from people, like you're on the right path. Like they're not too confident in what they're doing. Like it could be the opposite. Don't get me wrong. Like it just
Yeah,
be like, I think I look fucking fantastic. But it's like I want a little bit of feedback than just the people I know. I want people to like be like, oh,
You know what? You're right, Mike. I did that. I used to post update pictures all the time. And it's not that I wanted the, praise me, but I wanted the feedback.
yeah,
Like,
the opinion of someone other than you,
Yeah.
people you know. Just
Yeah.
No,
because
I just wanted the praise. That's it.
Yeah.
I would only wait until I had an update that I knew I looked really good, and then I would post it and just hope that the people would agree with
Get a
me.
massive dopamine hit and turn the computer off. Yeah.
well, it also motivates you to keep going, right? Like I understand there's all these nuances to that process, but
Yeah.
I think doing nothing is like, and keeping people just completely in the dark is doing a disservice to you as an individual and the people that connect with you, but also giving them too much is also putting you at the mercy of being fucking just an onslaught of criticism, right? So
Paul,
It is a lot. There is a lot of criticism from like YouTube channels that are getting they're getting traction. Might not be a crazy amount of traction, but they're starting to get traction.
Meh.
So that's the part that kills me, because I'm like, that a lot of these guys are in their own heads. Like we all were in our own heads during competitions and preps and trying to grow or trying to put on, and then people be like, is it really that good? Like if somebody posted something like, say, with Regan, like where he is, where that dude is going to be under the fucking microscope now. It's been 2 years, big as fuck right now. Everybody's excited. And it's like he's gonna go through the ringer. It's gonna happen. I'm ready for it. I want to see him go in because I love his physique. Think he's a great dude, but he's gonna be under the microscope.
He's gonna crash and burn like 2 years, and then nothing comes up.
Like I mean, look what happened with Quentin.
I think he saved. I think a
last year.
bit of the saving grace for him is that he's doing the same show Nick's doing.
Why is
And I
that?
think Nick is way more under the microscope of having not competed.
Oh.
I think anything that's going to
That's
happen
true.
is the eyes will be on Nick.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I
Like,
ask this-
because Nick going to Pittsburgh or New York, like the expectation for Nick is so fucking high right now, and if it doesn't live up, people are going to be very fucking pissed off, which sucks for Nick. I feel for him for sure. It's a tough spot to be in, but I mean, it's obviously the circumstances have ended up there,
Okay, we're gonna come back to this in a second. I've been dying to ask Paul this question.
Hmm.
You said earlier, tell me a story.
I was talking about Mike.
I
Talking
know.
about flirting.
Yeah, but you were saying it in a flirtatious way, like you were saying to a girl.
Yeah, like
Would you tell? I just want to know, is that something you like? Like, would you tell a girl to tell you a story?
I like dialogue. I like dirty dialogue.
Hold on. I'm not saying
You need to put that on a shirt. Dirty dialogue.
we're not talking about dirty shit talk. I'm saying, do you like a story? Like, do you want a girl to tell you a story?
Yeah, in the right voice. Yeah.
Okay.
like about what
He was on the one night
escapade?
call.
Just take me on a journey,
Yeah,
It's,
a past escapade.
Yeah,
maybe?
no.
Is it like wait a minute, is the journey like a porno, but
Could be.
in the spoken word?
What do you mean?
Like it's like a porno scene, but she's saying it to you. You're not watching it.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Or is she telling you what she wants to do to you, or are you like having her tell you something that's happened to her?
Yeah.
No. I'm not a weird like that. No. I'm not a cuck.
Hey, that doesn't make you a cuck.
It makes you a cuck a little bit.
No, it doesn't. Watching, sitting there watching something happen is
It's a
having
cuck tendency
girl-
if you're having her tell you stuff too.
think so.
Yeah, it's a little cuck. Yeah.
Ian, I need your
Just trying to
attention.
get you a little jealous.
Let's
Trying to get
see
you a
what-
little worked up.
Let's
Ian,
go
I
to
need
our
your-
sex
I need your-
expert.
I need your attention here because you're perverted like I am.
Yeah.
If you were still single and a girl was telling you a story about something she did that was sexual,
Like-
would it turn you on or not?
Like with another guy.
This isn't the girl you're dating. It's the girl you're gonna fucking bang. You know you're about to bang, and she's like, "I did this.
I just sucked this dick.
These
That's
two
nice.
guys
Should've
smiled
said
the
that.
fuck out of me this one time. Would it turn you on?"
Clip that, please. Whoever does
Yeah, I
clips,
know.
please
After I
clip
said it, I was
that.
like, don't say it's stupid.
No, that's gonna turn me off. That's gonna turn me off, not turn me on.
Really?
But does it make you a cuck?
Does what make you a cuck? If it turns you on?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I don't think you know what the definition of a cuck is, Paul.
I don't think so
A guy who
either.
likes to watch his wife get banged by other dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your wife get banged, but if it's a girl that you're just gonna fuck telling you about her getting banged by other guys, there's zero cucking happening there.
Still a little cuck. You don't have to be like 10 years
You're,
with a girl.
you're
for
a
you to be a
cuck. They're a
cuckold.
cuck everywhere. A cuck.
You don't have to be like. There's no like length of relationship. That
Listen,
you
you
have to
guys
be with
aren't
someone to be a cuck.
around Paul that much.
But you're not watching. She's just telling you a story, Paul. It's not.
Paul throws
if-
around
you're
the word
imagining
cuck,
it.
like,
Even if my wife told me a story about guys she had fucked before we were together and it turned me on, that's not being cucked. It's not.
I think it might.
You
be
get a little edge to it. It's called having a little edge.
That's not the definition of being cucked.
In my
Cuck
world, it's
would
a
be
cuck.
like, yeah, like
wait,
me
I'm gonna read you guys.
getting
I'm gonna
fucking
read-
Mandingo to come in, fuck
Yeah, read
Melissa.
the
and you
definition
fuck
of
off the
cuck.
corner, you know?
I'm
In
gonna
my
read
world,
you the
that-
definition. It doesn't. There is no your world. There's one fucking definition.
Yeah, we're all
Definitions
living in the
aren't
same spot,
subjective,
man.
Paul.
All right.
There's no fucking like, oh, my definition is different than your definition. That's not how it works, man.
In Paul's dictionary, you know?
Yeah.
Cuck, a weak or servile man, often used as a contemptuous term for a man with moderate or progressive political views. A man, wait, a
Is
second.
the Urban Dictionary?
Yeah. But this is
No,
this is
it's
Webster's?
Oxford. It's Oxford. It's Oxford.
Okay.
Democrats.
Second definition: a man whose wife is sexually unfaithful,
Yes.
a cuckold.
Yes.
That means it has to be happening. It's not a story.
Yeah, there has to be like whether it's warranted or unwarranted infidelity of some kind. Like whether you're allowing it to happen, there's another man being present in the sexual relationship between you and your partner.
The example, the verb sentence, make a man a cuckold by having a sexual relationship with his wife or being sexually unfaithful to him. That means it's happening. It's not like your
Yeah,
wife.
like if
It's
if
not-
if
It's not like you met
wife,
a girl. You met a girl. You're gonna fuck her, and she's like, "This one time I sucked a massive dick. It turned you on, and that means you're a cuck."
Yeah, and even if say you were having like you were hooking up with a girl and it wasn't your partner.
Why are you sitting there with a grin on your face? Like,
No, you're right. I was thinking. I was just
Oh, yeah,
processing.
Say that,
don't like
say
it.
that again.
I don't
Say
like
that
it.
again.
Well, let me ask you this, Paul. So if you say me and Fouad, we're both single, we go to the bar, we go bang a chick together, and he's banging her, and I'm watching. Does that make me a cuck?
Yes.
no, doesn't.
It's not his girlfriend.
It's not how it works.
It's not his wife.
Not a cuck.
I get it that it's not like the same. Like
No,
it's
it's
not
not
your
the
wife.
same
You're
at
not
all.
watching.
It's not the same at all.
This is where you're having a problem. You think it's the physical act. It's not. It's the emotional connection. If it's your girlfriend or wife,
So you got to be sitting there crying for you to be a cuck.
no,
You can be enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm just
You
joking.
can enjoy
I'm
being a
just joking.
cuck.
it has to be a
I
relationship
guess you.
for you to be a cuck. It can't
Okay.
be.
Well, I get by
Just
definition.
because you watch another guy fuck a girl, if you have no connection to that girl, you're not a cuck.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're just waiting your turn.
I
That's
get
all.
by definition. That's what it's.
Yeah. So
that's
any
what
of us, if our long-term
Wait.
partner
Did you hear what he just
if we
said?
bring someone in and get them to fuck our wives, that is now being a cuck.
You're not a cuck.
If me and Fouad three-way some girl and I just sit and jerk off and watch him in the corner, I'm not a cuck.
Does it
That's
make you a
weird
little
as
gay?
fuck, but
Does
not.
it make you a little gay?
No, it's
We're not
watching
denying
porn.
it's weird.
It's the same as watching porn. You watch porn where there's a dude fucking a girl. It's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, but there's no. I don't know the guy, and I'm not gonna drive home with him after this or anything like that, or call him tomorrow and go to the gym with him. It's totally
we can
different.
take our own cars.
We're not animals.
Yeah, we'll drive home separately. Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it makes it weird. The relationship.
I think it's comfortable to say Paul has no desire to double team anybody with you
No,
guys.
no, I've never done that. No.
That's not even that's not even where the conversation started. That I can understand. Lots of guys that have a problem with that. I personally don't. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this is
Anyone out there interested? I'm fine with it.
this is actually proving the point that it's not cuckolding, because you have no problem doing that, but you would have a problem with someone fucking your wife.
Yeah, of course.
There's a difference, you know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because there's an emotional tie there. Yes.
No, I'm not saying that, to go the extreme of someone banging his wife. But what about his wife telling him a story about sucking someone else's dick?
That's not being a cuckold. It has to happen. The story is not. It doesn't make you a cuck.
But in my head, it's happening.
Yeah, right.
I think there should be like a toll on this when every
There should
said
be a-
cuck. Just
there should-
ding,
There
ding,
should be like
ding.
you're a half a cuck if you like listening to this.
No, because like, look, it wouldn't. But say if Melissa told me a story of some dude she fucked before me and it was like turning me on, that is not being a cuck. Versus if a guy comes into my house and fucks my wife and I watch or I know about it, that is a cuck.
Well, I get that. I know there's a big difference there.
Paul thinks there's degrees of cucking.
I do. Like it's like autism. It's a spectrum.
Not a spectrum. There's one fucking definition. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Definitely cucking. Definitely cucking. Definitely.
Because because there's probably degrees of cucks. So what if you're okay with your wife blowing a dude, but you're not okay with your wife getting banged
there's
by a
not
guy?
degrees of cocks. There's one.
I don't know this world, Fouad. I don't know. Maybe there is.
Definitions in front of me.
Paint me a picture here. Tell me the story.
There has to be. It has to be a girlfriend or wife, and there has to be a physical act.
Okay.
So your wife or girlfriend telling you a story is not you being a cuck.
All right. Well,
Do you understand the difference?
yeah, I do. One's a physical act, one's just a verbal.
One's a fantasy.
Yeah.
One's a reality.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
So the reality makes you a cuck.
Yeah, no, I get it. You're not a full cuck. I get that.
What if your significant other used a sex toy during sex,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
all.
like
That's
a
fine.
dildo?
That's
Would that be cucking though? Because
no, that's
what
an
if-
inanimate object with no
Yeah, but wait a minute.
personality.
What
no,
if-
but it's shaped like a penis though.
That's
What if
okay.
she
Yeah,
like- what if-
that's
what if
okay.
she
That's
likes-
just an
What if
object.
she likes it better?
Yeah.
What if she likes it better?
And you can't touch her. You got to sit in the corner and watch.
Well, why you got to throw that in there? Why do I got to sit in the
That's what
corner
makes
and
you a
watch?
cuck.
Why do I got to be in the
That's what makes you a
corner
cuck.
anyways?
Yeah,
Like
Paul. So what would you say that if your wife, say you were someone that was into watching your wife dildo fuck herself, and you sat in the corner and jerked off, is that being cucked?
that's kind of hot. It's like foreplay.
Okay, so are you a cuck then?
Somebody else would
No,
say you're a
she's banging
cuck.
herself.
See, I'm into that too, but I also don't think I'm a cuck. So
Yeah, but
Okay,
somebody,
we agree on that.
somebody else may hear you say that and go, "Well, that's a degree of cuck."
No, it's not a person. It's a dildo.
But that's the same thing as you saying.
you
well,
said it's a spectrum,
or
Paul. Maybe
saying-
that's on the spectrum.
Yeah,
you know?
you're saying there's a spectrum, so somebody else may do.
You guys are really trying to sell this.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no.
You're
telling
moving
you-
the
wait a minute,
goalposts on
wait a
us.
minute. No, wait a minute. This
I'll
is
be
good.
honest,
This is good.
Paul.
No, this is good. This is good. So, Paul, you've basically created your own spectrum, but as soon as I tell you the spectrum is different, you're like, no, there's no spectrum.
As soon as it's something that he likes,
Right, right.
if he likes it, it can't be cucking. You know?
That's not true, Ian. I'm not close-minded like that.
We expanded the spectrum, and he's like, no, you can't do that.
When he falls into the spectrum, it's no longer in the spectrum. You know?
Hey, what if a girl put a strap on and
No.
banged a girl in front of you and you
Oh.
watched?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
See?
But is that
No,
cucking?
it's
You
not-
can't touch them.
No,
You can't touch them.
terrible. That's completely different. That's
No,
not
no,
fair.
If you brought a woman into your bedroom and she fucked your wife with a strap on, that's not you being cucked?
Well, okay, that's a mother of my kids. I wouldn't do that.
Okay, hold on. Wait, no, hold on. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you have no kids. It's just your long-term partner.
Let's say you're with a girl, and she's like, I don't want you to touch me. This girl's going to come in here and fuck me. You're going to sit in the corner and watch.
Okay, but let's set the boundaries here. This happens like how often, and am I ever
Hold on a
allowed to
minute.
touch her, or I just can't?
No, you're not making
Am I ever allowed?
Yeah,
No,
or it's just these
If I'm-
special
if I'm
rights are
under
not
the
allowed.
boy, well,
Wait
they
a
let me
minute.
do it.
You're not
You're not finger her?
you're not making the scenario. I'm making the scenario. You're with a long-term girlfriend.
Yep.
She comes in, she goes, Paul, you sit in the corner, you can't touch me. This girl's going to come in and she's going to fuck me with this strap on. Does that make you a cuck?
No.
That's on the spectrum.
Oh, that's a
If
threesome.
you had a spectrum,
That's a threesome. But then so would having a guy come in fuck your wife would be.
I don't want a MMF.
Exactly. You don't want it. That's where Paul goes.
See, this is the problem with having a spectrum. It's too arbitrary. There's only
Yes.
one definition.
Yes.
A guy's got to come in and fuck your girlfriend or wife while you watch. That's the definition. That's it. There's no
Okay,
spectrum.
what would you say? What would you say if it was a repeat thing? Like you want your wife or girlfriend to always tell you stories about sucking a different dick all the time.
Still not
Still
cucking.
not cuckolding.
But you got to think this guy's going down that road.
No.
No,
He's not there yet.
he's not there yet. Exactly, Seth. He's getting there though.
But that other woman that's banging your wife
That's
is
more
there
in the
happening.
realm of like fantasizing and fantasy versus cucking. It's a big difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
After a couple years, that guy's going full cuck for sure. After a couple years,
But he might not. He might not, Paul.
Full-blown cuck.
yeah, full.
All right, are we good with this now?
No,
Paul?
maybe
Yeah, okay.
later I'm gonna go get Melissa to tell me stories of getting fucked before me and fuck her while I do it. You know?
What if I got a question for you? Paul. I got a real question for you. Just let's pretend that your spectrum is real, even though it's not. If the guy wanted his girl or wife to tell him a story that wasn't real at all, then what?
Okay, well now you're getting outside of the realm of cuck because it's just a fantasy. But if you're talking about prior, but if you're talking about prior,
So she can sit there and tell me a story about getting plowed by 8 guys.
is it a true story?
It's not true.
Paul,
That's
You don't
true.
know.
Well, no, I mean
Is
like
there-
that would make a difference if
Is
you're
that
just
true?
like
You heard-
because that would
whether
make a
it's the
difference. I
truth
think
or whether it's a lie makes it cuck or not cuck.
it does influence
Your
it.
fucking sex rules are so fucked, dude. You need fucking...
They're traditional. That's all. I'm not into this. I'm not into
It's
this.
just whether it makes it a little bit gay feeling to him or
That's
not.
right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
the girl getting pegged by the other girl is traditional.
If it feels
Yeah.
a little bit gay, it's no.
We're gonna
It's been
we're
around
gonna
forever,
put,
Mike.
Ian
we're gonna
fucking
put,
Ian hit it on the head. If it makes Paul feel a little gay, it's not right.
Yeah.
we're gonna put Paul.
If it's with a woman or it's a fantasy that's not real, then it's not gay
Okay,
feeling.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Once it's a
1,000
real
midget
guy or
test.
previously fucking a real guy, it's all of a sudden cucking, you know?
1,000
Hey,
midget test, no sex, no jerking off for a month. All of Paul's fucking things change. All
Yes. Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Sure. Anything goes.
We're fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was hopped up, I'd want to like fucking eat Melissa's ass like right after the gym and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Zero rules. Zero rules.
Done.
You go to shower, I'm like, no, you know?
Yeah.
Leave it musty.
Go back downstairs on the treadmill, you know?
Sprint.
did you even work out today?
All
Not
right.
enough flavor.
Okay, let's get back. Okay. Seth, are you going to make any changes?
Yes.
All right.
Uh,
Back to bodybuilding.
let's see. Samson.
Samson- Samson
I think Samson Derek. I think that Samson Derek Andrew is going to stay there. I'm going to put Brandon in 4th.
Sorry to interrupt. Fouad, don't you think we should expand this so that the entire lineup can fit in here?
What do you mean?
Like add rows so that we can put everybody because like it will
Why?
be better because say, you know, Justin or one of these people place in the top 10 and not like we should be able to have them so they're all scored, you know?
Okay. Add row.
So how many people are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
12.
There's only 12. So yeah, 2 more. Yeah. Because then we can at least score everybody, you know?
Okay. Okay. Seth, where are you? So who are you putting in 5th then? Brandon 4th. Who's 5th?
I'm going to put James in 5th.
Okay. 6th.
I'm going to put Akim in 6th.
Okay.
Kim.
Oops. Okay, so who's 7? 7, you had John. 8,
I'm
you had
going to put William
William in 6, 7? William
7, and then Carlos.
And then Carlos. Okay. We still got, okay, who's 9 then? You got two Akims right now. You got
Yeah.
Akim 6 and 9.
You're missing John, Clarita, Patrick.
That's what I was going to
and
put. I'll
Justin.
put John in 9th,
Yep.
then leave Sean in 10th.
Who's
Then
going to go 11, 12
yeah,
then?
Patrick, and then Justin.
Okay. Paul, do you want to make any changes?
Yep.
Okay. Samson, Derek, Andrew.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move Brandon.
Yep.
I'm gonna move Brandon to 4, James to 5, Carlos to 6.
Brandon to 4, James to 5,
Mm-hmm.
Carlos
to 6. John, William. Akim ahead of William.
Akim ahead of William. So where the fuck is it? Akim.
8 and 9 there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm gonna go Patrick 11 and Justin 12.
You guys think Patrick will be Justin, eh?
Yeah, I don't think that either. I'm with you on that one, Ian.
Yeah, you think Justin's gonna beat him?
Yeah. Okay, Ian, any changes?
Samson, Derek, Andrew. See, I mean, I already had what you guys are all changing to. No, I'm pretty good with mine, to be honest.
I put Justin and Patrick at the bottom. Is that right?
I'm good. I'll leave it for now.
Can I
Okay.
see mine again?
Paul.
I'm gonna switch Patrick and Justin there in the bottom.
Actually, let me go up because I
Fair
think
question.
I said in the things I had Carlos behind Akim, William, so I think I need to have that reflected in my.
Sorry, what are you doing, Ian?
Maybe swap Bonac and William, Bonac and Carlos. Yeah, I'll leave there for now. I'll wait for now.
You guys like Bonac, eh?
I mean, he
We established that earlier, Paul.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Yeah.
still 8th at the Olympia, man.
Yeah, you got me thinking. I'm picking with my heart again.
I'm super excited to see James. I think he's probably the one that I think could really push into the top, and because he hasn't had like a wowing showing at a big show in a while.
Yeah, I think Carlos and James have the most potential to be higher than we think.
These four or five placings are going to fuck
Yeah.
up.
7, 8, 9. There's tough. Yeah.
They're going to change for me a few times.
Even De La Rosa, De La Rosa was like 4th and 5th of the last two Arnolds. So I mean,
Yep.
and he was just outside the top 10 at the Olympia.
I want to see some updates. That's really what I want to see is some updates.
That's why I didn't change mine much yet.
Mike, are you going to make any changes?
Yeah. With
What do you
Derek in
think?
second.
Derek in second. Where are you putting Andrew?
4th.
Okay. What about 11 and 12? Are you putting Justin and Patrick, or what are you doing?
Go Patrick, Justin.
Patrick.
And I want to change Akim and De La Rosa.
Where the fuck? Akim and then De La Rosa. Okay.
That's it for now.
Okay. Good.
Plot thickens.
It's gonna get tougher, man, as you get there. That James, William, Brandon, Carlos, Akim, those guys. I feel like Carlos is at the bottom of that, even though I think he's phenomenal. It's hard to think that he's better than 8, 9, 10 at the Olympia.
Well, he's the most unproven of those guys so far.
Yeah, I
It's the
think
hardest to put in.
that's kind of why too. I just don't know if he'll have the I don't know if I have the detail. Sorry, I don't know if I have the detail that William's going to have, and I don't know if I'll have the polish that Brandon's going to have.
Yeah.
I actually could see him beating Brandon before he beats William.
Really? I think you're right. He's definitely not going to have the same detail as William, but he's going to have roundness, shape, probably a little size too.
That's why I think he might be able to beat Brandon if he's hard enough. But then again, Brandon kills him from the back.
And
That's why.
And Brandon's really good up top. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carlos definitely has bigger legs, but
And I think it's going to be hard for him to beat Akim unless Akim's off because Akim is just as big. He's got more.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got more detail. It's like I don't know. It's going to be tough for Carlos. I think people are really wowed with this muscle shape right now, but when you start to really break it down, it's not going to be that fucking easy for him to get into those top spots.
Oh, for sure. But I think that's where it comes into like the tiers of bodybuilding.
My favorite conversation.
Did you see my caption? On my post?
Fucking,
I did.
My caption today.
Yes.
That was for you. I posted a reel talking about like my favorite showings of myself, and I captioned it like, I don't know, fucking tales of a second tier bodybuilder or something.
Like that. Wonderful.
But seriously, I think that the competition of bodybuilding is getting greater at every level. Like even so forth, like what we're seeing with Carlos and we're seeing with Regan. Like these guys coming in, it's creating this. It's super exciting. But I think Andrew, I'm excited because I really want to see him be 3 to 5% better than he was in Texas. Because that's whenever I think he's into that. He's into those spots of people being like, holy
Seth,
fuck.
but this is the thing. I don't think that happens. Just hold on. Just so people know what I'm talking about, because I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't think we see him 3 to 5% better until he gains more muscle. Because
I'm with you.
Because for him to push down to the conditioning he needs, without looking stringy,
He's gonna lose it.
Yeah, that's the problem. And he needs to just
look.
he needs more size, which is crazy to say because he's like 300 fucking pounds and he's a monstrous.
Big physique though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're done with Arnold.
But, it would be great to see like an Andrew Samson saga, like if Andrew were to come up enough, like a Ronnie and Jay kind of thing.
I think we're going to have a Samson Derek saga.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Derek's going to come back. I'm telling you, Derek is going to come back at this fucking Arnold. And Samson's, I still think Samson's going to win, but it's going to be a lot fucking closer.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a new Derek.
I
hope so.
Like when we were at the Olympia, I don't want to say I'm sure, I knew exactly what was going to happen, but I thought Samson was a clear winner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Derek, whatever the legs, whatever weren't, I thought Samson, I'm like, he's got it in the bag. I don't think I still think Samson's going to win the Arnold, but I think it's going to be a close fucking show. Like
I could agree. I think first and second will be close.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be Derek. I don't think it's going to be Andrew.
Yeah, well, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, like in the future, like in another 2 or 3 years from now, like we start to see that Andrew Samson battle start to play out.
The only reason I don't know if that can happen, Paul, is they're both like close to 40.
I know, but they both seem to be just, getting better still. Yeah, for their age.
I wonder if Samson's 37 or 38.
Yeah, and I think Andrew's the same.
Yeah, I wonder if we entered an era though, like where these two guys are like Dexter, where they're like still kind of fresh. Their genetics are really good, so they can carry on into their 40s.
Yeah.
Right, and they both started bodybuilding a little bit later in life.
Yeah, and they're black. Like that's always helped.
Black don't crack.
Number one.
All right, what are we looking at here, Ian?
Nothing. We don't need to look at it. We were just talking about it. Yeah, second tier bodybuilding at its finest. That's what
Huh. Okay, let's get into some questions here. Oh, Paulie. We got Detroit coming up.
Yep, excited. We got some big names joining the pro show.
Yeah, we got Ron Gordon today confirmed he was in.
Ah, good.
Got
Ron in a row.
Ron Gordon, we got Carlos, we got James.
Am I coming down for that?
Yes, you're coming down for that. You have to. You have no choice.
Book my flights,
No, you're driving.
I fly first class, by the way.
I want a PJ, please.
You're driving and you pick up Mike on the way, so I can only pay one gas tank.
Seth, you coming to cheer again?
Yes.
Awesome. Good. We should have.
Did I tell you I got rid of my stinger, by the way, too?
Oh, yeah.
God, thank God.
I sold it and got Melissa something. Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got her like a new one of the two-door Broncos.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. And I got it like it's all blacked out, so like it looks pretty dope. Actually, like blacked out the lights and the rims, and everything. It looks pretty sick. And the two doors cool.
So you got no more sports car. You got a truck and a Bronco.
Well, yeah, because I figured I'm like, if I'm gonna go fast, I'm gonna drive my motorcycle.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's like me.
My dollar per speed is a lot better on a motorcycle, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Like, so yeah, just have two more usable vehicles and then have the bike for fun, you know?
Is she happy with it?
Yeah, she's obsessed with it. I mean, that's why she wanted that specifically. That's why I got it. Yeah.
No, cool. Yeah, but good for you, man.
They're
They're
fun,
super
fun
cool
little things.
rides. I like them.
2018 Sean Roden versus 2019 Brandon Curry.
Sean Roden.
Sean Roden.
Sean Roden.
Yeah, I would agree.
Mike?
This is Sean Roden.
Dennis Wolf, Andrew Jacked in their prime.
Dennis Wolf.
Dennis Wolf.
Yeah, Dennis Wolf. Till we see Andrew's best.
There was a year where I thought Dennis got fucking humped.
Yes.
Olympia.
I think it was like 2009 or something. I can't remember.
1 year, right?
No, it was 2000. Maybe it was 2008 or 7. I don't remember. It wasn't 8 because it was 8 was the year I was there. I think it might have been 7.
I think it was later. I think
There
it
was a fucking
2010
year where I thought
or 11.
I thought Wolf should have been like first or second at the Olympia.
Yeah.
I think it was 10 or 11.
If they would have had a People's Choice Award back then, he would have won it probably.
Oh, you're right. It might have been sooner. No, it wasn't. Because Victor.
Yeah, 2013 Olympia, he came third.
Yeah, but there was one before that where I'm like, I think he got fucked.
No.
2008, he came fourth. 2007.
This one, it's 2010.
Yeah.
2010 Olympia, he came fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, that year I was like, that guy got screwed. I think it might have been his first year at the Olympia, no, or something like that.
No.
No, it wasn't. 2010 Olympia bodybuilding Dennis Wolf.
He had some of the craziest quad sweep ever.
He's a freak.
I can't
Just
find,
that X frame, eh? Perfect X.
I can't find him in the lineup. I only find pictures of him. 1 second here. Let me get rid of that and go Dennis Wolf.
I don't know. I think looking at now, I think Andrew might beat him.
No.
At his best, yeah. Dennis at his best.
It's tough. Maybe not.
Dude, Dennis is a fucking freak.
Him in his prime, he was fucking wild. And he had same thing. Like he always had.
That's him and Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
That was 10.
It was great. He was so impressive on stage.
I wish I had a lineup of that fucking Olympia.
I mean, you could go on YouTube and find that year as a show.
Look at this fucking shit.
And that's 14 too. That's still closer to the end.
Yeah.
Videos. 2012 Achilles against Branch. 2007. I wonder if this was the year.
Dennis Wolf at his best, placing at 2013.
It doesn't matter anyway. We don't have to get it. I just remember. I'll figure it out. There was one year where he was like 4th or 5th or 6th, and I'm like, I think they completely overlooked that fucking guy.
Yeah.
I think it was.
And the thing is, go ahead.
10 because when did
You know what it was, Seth? There was a year where they were comparing him to Jay.
yeah.
They're like, this guy's going to beat Jay. This guy's going to beat Jay. And then he ended up being like 4th or 5th or something like that. But I still remember seeing that going, I think they should have compared them more.
Yeah.
I think it was 10. I think it was 10
Yeah.
or 11. Almost positive.
Anyway.
I was a big fan.
Mm-hmm. I had lunch with him once.
Oh, I wanted to ask you guys, are you guys still watching Landman?
Yeah.
No, I didn't pick it up.
I got to watch 10.
What?
I didn't watch the last episode.
And man,
Landman.
Landman? Oh, I thought you said Lane Man.
Oh, Landman.
Yeah,
You
No, I still got to watch it.
Mike?
it's great. Love it.
Ian?
Melissa just finished it. I haven't watched it in its entirety, but I've watched a lot of it with her, and I thought it was awesome. I need to watch it in its completeness, though.
I love the show.
Yeah.
Love
Okay, does this make me misogynist that I'm like, can they just get rid of the wife plot?
Yeah, it's so sick of it.
Nobody cares about that.
So obnoxious.
Too much.
The
Too
daughter
much of it.
They get that for the female audience.
They just have like this wife plot where they're in this old age home and they're helping elderly people. And I'm like, why is this in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Paul's right. I think it's for the women so that they
Yeah.
watch it too, because she's like an exemplification of what some women wish they were doing. You know, driving a Bentley, being a fucking doing whatever she wants, and
Being
just
a fucking power bitch. Like,
yeah, yeah.
Boss
You
bitch.
see, they do have like a running theme, like Friday Night Lights. You remember that show?
Yeah.
yeah.
And the Odessa Permian or whatever is the team.
Yeah.
And that's the town they're living in there that the kid plays for.
Yeah.
And the chick, the wife, his wife in that was the cheerleader in that trying to fuck the quarterback. And she had like the whipped cream bikini. Do you remember that scene?
Varsity
yeah,
Blues.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, it's Varsity Blues. That's what it is.
That's
and
it.
that's fucking, that's like a throwback
That's
to all
the
that.
wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot blonde girl, that's the daughter. Her sister, like she has a sister that looks the exact same as her, was like on the Bachelor.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
Is anybody watching Silo? It's really good, actually.
I watched all of it.
I
Yeah,
couldn't get
this
it.
this season was very slow. The last episode was really good. The first season was really good. The second season was pretty slow. It would be like 50 minutes of nothing happening with 5 minutes of excitement at the end, and then we'd take the whole next episode to get to the exciting part again. But there's one more episode left. Episode 9 was good, and 10 will be good. But it's been a decent season. Yeah,
I can't.
Teacup's good.
That doesn't sound. That sounds
What
horrible.
is?
Teacup, it's good.
I watched
Teacup?
it.
It's like you have to watch it, but it's good. It's Jackal's the best show on television, I think. The Jackal.
Wait a minute.
The Day of the
Wait a
Jackal.
minute. Have you guys seen American Primeval on Netflix?
I saw the preview. I didn't watch it. Dude.
Fucking great. You got it's 6 episodes. It's fucking awesome.
What's it about? Because I need a new one after Landman.
It's about the formation of Utah and the colonization and killing all the Indians and blah blah. But it centers around like one small story within that whole thing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Last night I spam watched every single episode of Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? Has anyone seen this?
No,
It's like Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? But Travis Kelce hosts it, and then it's like you can get a celebrity to come up and help you, but the questions are like 5th grade questions, you know? But I just literally fast forwarded the episodes to a question, and then they'd see the question. I fast forward to the next question, and I just 10 episodes in like 90 minutes, you know? Just wanted to see if I could
that's
answer.
a strong TV game, dude.
Yeah.
Strong TV game.
Justin Shire, top 6 at the O.
Top 6?
Yes.
That's a tall order. Maybe one day. I mean, he's still pretty new to bodybuilding, but I don't see that happening the next like 2 years now.
Is that a question from Justin?
I love his physique. I want to see it on stage more. I definitely want to see
Looking
it.
forward to seeing what he looks like this year.
Yeah.
Who would win in a 2 versus 2 combat? Paul and Iain versus Ben and Fouad. You guys would be dead.
Oh, we'd be fucked, yeah.
Why? Because of me?
Yeah.
I'll trade for it, Iain. I'm not going to go in like now.
Let's say me and Fouad were a 1-to-1 even match. Ben's killing you.
Ben
you
will
know?
kill you.
Well, Ben's got the length on me for sure. He's going to have a reach on me, but
Well, exactly. Yeah.
I'll try to take him down.
He doesn't know your jits game though,
No,
bro.
he doesn't. I'll take him. Shoot a double leg on Ben, no problem. Those long legs, those long spider legs.
If Teresa's daughter is my daughter's mother, what am I to Teresa?
If Teresa's daughter
is my daughter's mother,
Hey.
what am I to Teresa?
the fuck? If Teresa's
Say it
daughter,
again.
Hey, one more time. If Teresa's daughter,
write this out.
if Teresa's daughter
Yep.
is my daughter's mother, what am I to Teresa?
Sister.
Or your kid.
Say it one more time for
Okay.
Let's go bit by bit here.
Yeah. Slow it down.
If Teresa's daughter,
Okay, so Teresa has a daughter.
yes,
Yes.
is my daughter.
Who's asking this question?
Yeah.
Josh.
Okay, but in the riddle, who's asking the question?
I don't know. It
I
says
think I know. I think I know the
I'm
answer.
going to read the question to you one more time. If Teresa's daughter is my daughter's mother, what am I to Teresa?
Your husband.
You're her daughter.
Okay. Well, the sad part is there's no fucking answer here, so I can't tell you guys what to do.
Oh, really? So we're just left in limbo?
Put
To
that
think
in
about this?
ChatGPT.
It would make you Teresa's daughter, I think. Yeah.
You chat with GPT in Ian?
But they saying my daughter's
What's the
mother.
answer?
So that would have to be.
I wrote it out. I'm looking at it. If Teresa's daughter is my daughter's mother, what am I to Teresa? That would mean that
Her husband.
Grandson.
you are your daughter's mother. So that would make you Teresa. Yeah. I don't know. Chat GPT.
Say it one more time.
Mike's just laughing at Paul because Paul's just saying random things.
I'm fucked.
Paul said every
Come on,
day.
next question. That's a stupid question. Next question.
That's just freaking me out, man.
Stupid question. Block him.
Makes her a cuck a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Fucking cuck, man.
Yeah, that's what it makes you. Makes you a cuck.
Who had the craziest first cycle?
Mine was actually very tame.
Not me. Yeah, not me.
Very first cycle. Okay, what was your first cycle, Fouad?
Rope.
How much?
I think it was like 100 milligrams every other day.
So 350 milligrams a week.
No,
Okay.
what the fuck was I taking? What was my first? I honestly don't remember. I think it was like Prope, and then I think my second cycle was Cestanon and Anadrol.
Nice.
Oh, stepped it up a little bit there, right? Jeez.
Dive right in there, man.
I did super test 250 and D-ball.
Yeah, so we had the
First
same
cycle?
experience. Me and Seth are. Does it see? It's a sign of the times.
Well, I'm a little bit.
What was your first cycle, Mike?
Test suspension every
Oh.
other day
Nice.
Me too.
and 40 milligrams of D-ball.
Holy fucking Mike's right up there. Mike's is the worst.
How much
dude.
suspension every day?
Every other day. He
I was,
said.
I was doing 100 every other day.
So 350 a week
It was
plus.
the Univet. It was the Univet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Good shit.
Paul, what was your first cycle?
The suspension, like when back when it came like in 30 mil jugs, you know,
Yeah,
like
I
those
wish, they
big, huge
I wish
ones.
they still had that shit. I
Oh,
love
that
that
stuff was
shit.
the best. It burned like fuck when it went in, but it was the best.
Mine was 400 milligrams a week of Sustanon. That's all I did.
That's pretty.
You guys
Oh.
remember T400?
I
Yeah.
do not remember. Who's
Yeah.
best friends with T400?
It always lumped me up, dude. It ruined me.
Dude, I was like, I can do 4,000 milligrams of this shit. This is great.
I was like, they were like, the dude was like, he's like, take
Talk
one.
about bang for your buck.
Guys ever used, there was for a while, there was this lab called Axio that made a Sustaplex 350 or 325 or something.
I remember
I've never
that.
heard of it. I never did any of those blends.
Yeah. Well, it was Sustanon, but dosed at 325 or 350 or something. I
Yeah.
used that quite a few times.
Ignorant.
And
Yeah.
it didn't hurt nearly as much as a T400.
What was the lab that was from Mexico that had all the animals on it? What was that one called?
Univet.
Oh, that wasn't that.
Syntax.
No, it was before that. The cat. I remember back in the day because it was a box and
Yep.
it had a hologram on it. And around and on the street, people would be like, "It's in a box, bro.
It's real.
not real."
Was it
The hologram.
Denkow?
It's real.
Boxes
Might have been Denkow.
And they put this
Yeah,
like little
Denkow.
paper insert in with it.
That shit's back, by the way. People brought that back. So
know.
Out of here.
it's
Such a
massive
waste
right
of
now.
money.
You might have to tell me who it is because I'd like
Wait.
to get some.
Everybody's talking
Put it on
about
a shelf for nostalgia. The collectible.
brought back what?
Boxes.
Denkow Labs.
Dencal. That's it.
Denkow.
Yeah.
Oh,
But Denkow, if I'm not mistaken, got fucking shut down like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Same with Quality Vet. Remember
That's
Quality
the
Vet?
other
I
one.
remember them. Yeah.
The
Cute.
dog on it.
Dude.
And the dog on it.
That's
Those
the
were
one.
the two.
Quality Vet. That's the one with all the animals. Quality
Those
Vet.
were the two that had the hologram in the box, and everybody was
Yeah.
like, "They got to be real, bro. They got holograms."
You can't make
Yeah.
those fake.
That shit was good though. It was good though. It was fucking good.
I
Yeah.
only ever used the Univet or the Summit Winstraw suspension.
Summit
The
Winstraw.
Yeah. Some
Yeah,
of
but
it
those
was
were
amazing.
but Ian, those were both actually from the vet.
Well,
Yeah.
For
originally,
a while. For a while.
Yeah, for a while, yeah.
A lot of the Summit that went around later was all bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody would scratch off like part of the
Yeah.
label. And be
Yeah,
like,
make
this is where the prescription was, bro.
Yes.
I'm like,
You better take the vet's name off the bottle.
Yeah. This is the lot number's missing.
Right.
They don't want
They only produce so much.
Can't trace it back to the place. Yeah.
Why doesn't Paul try out a toupee?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I got my haircut today. I'm back to the fade again.
It just looks like your head shaped.
I don't know. I don't understand what this is. Mike is the type of uncle to make you tough and protect you. Fouad is the type of uncle to lead you in the right direction and help you out in life. Ian is the type of uncle. Wait, there's more. Ian is the type of uncle to push you and achieve your goals. Seth is the type of uncle that motivates you every day and believes in your goals. Paul is the type of uncle you always want to hang out with.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Why do I have to be
Bunch of good
uncles? Can we be
dudes.
brothers?
Yeah, just friends.
What decides if you can just rinse off the dish in the sink versus having to actually wash it?
The level of
Okay.
I never
love
rinse.
shit on the plate.
Rinse. If the dish is going in the water, it's getting washed.
The only thing I would ever rinse out would be maybe like a cup that I drank like something not flavored out of. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I rinse? If it's just fruit or vegetables, then I rinse.
I rinse if I just ate, like, let's say I just ate a muffin on a plate.
Okay, crumbs. Yeah,
Yeah.
Crumbs. Yeah, I could do that too.
crumbs. I could do that.
Okay. So what's the dividing line then? It's got to be a meal.
If it just kind of
Sauce.
sits on there, you're okay.
Yeah, if it's something that doesn't have any substance that like gets really on the plate. You know?
Yeah, like some sauce or something.
Would Paul give up training for weed?
Why does everyone ask that all the fucking time?
No, training is too important to me.
Paul, if somebody gave you weed for the rest of your life for free, they have the best weed in the whole world,
No,
but you couldn't train anymore.
But you could only train. You could only train once a week.
no. If you know Fouad, I couldn't do that. I'd go stir crazy.
Yeah, you would. Who is one bodybuilder, past or present, you would have liked to go against? Ian?
Compete against?
I always have trouble with these. There's nobody I actually like want to compete against.
Dennis James.
Yeah, that'd be a good matchup.
Kai Green?
Well, I'm getting fucked up there.
Oh, he's gonna kill you.
Well, yeah.
At least Dennis is like the best version. I don't think I could beat, but like some versions I could. So it'd at least be fun, you know. And he coached me, and like I really like Dennis, so that would have been a good one, fun one.
Samson doing the Pittsburgh Pro. I don't think so. He is going to be there though.
Nice.
I think we're all going to be there because we got a Mexico tour the week before the Pittsburgh, and I think we're flying from El Paso to Pittsburgh. I think I'm going with Samson
Where are you going to Mexico?
the week before Pittsburgh.
Yeah, where are you going?
All over. We got like 5 stores to go. There's the Fit Expo. There's a Fit Expo there, the 3rd and 4th, and then we're visiting a different store every day, the entire week after, in different cities, all like 5 or 6 different cities.
Really?
Are you going down to see Felix? Is that who you're doing that with?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool down there.
Yeah.
They treat you really well. It's awesome.
Yeah, I like him. We're going there, and then we're flying. The last stop is Friday, and it's just across from El Paso. So we're gonna drive across to El Paso and then fly to Pittsburgh. Obviously, Samson has meet and greet shit to do there, and I want to be there because Martin's competing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
At 300 pounds, is it harder to run a mile in 10 minutes or hang from a bar for 1 minute? I'm saying for sure, yeah.
Run. You could hang from a bar for a minute, no problem. It's not that hard.
It's pretty hard when you're heavy, but it would be way harder to run the mile in 10 minutes for sure.
Yeah, if you have a good grip.
Yeah, especially because you're at least practicing grip in holding weights. You're not practicing running in any regard at all, you know?
Paul, what's your favorite memory of 2024?
Favorite member of 2024?
Seth, do you want to go while he thinks?
Yeah, it wasn't too many.
This year's gonna be shit too, so we're good.
Wasn't too many.
Oh, I got one.
You got one? Go ahead.
Judging the Arnold UK.
Oh, that was a big deal for you, eh?
Yeah, it was a huge deal for me.
We had fun in the UK too.
We did. We had a lot of fun. I loved UK. That was great.
I was sick that fucking whole week.
Yeah, that's right. You were. Yeah.
It was horrible. I'm sorry to all our UK fucking listeners, but I never want to go there again.
Everybody's like, it was a great trip. It was awesome.
I've been there. I've been there twice.
I loved it.
I've been there twice. Both times I got sick.
Yeah, and the weather sucked too, but I like being there.
Yeah, I don't know.
People are awful. Just kidding.
Rude.
I actually like Rich.
Ian, what's your favorite memory of 2024?
Fuck, that's so hard to narrow down. I mean, I went to Thailand at the beginning of the year, which was pretty awesome. We had a lot of fun time at the shows we all went to. The Arnold UK. I mean, our bike trip was pretty fucking high up there for me. The bike trip's definitely in my top 3.
Yeah, that California trip to Vegas, like that whole
That
week.
week of the Olympia, like the Olympia was awesome. You know, Chris's retirement was obviously like a bit emotional for me. We had a lot of fun riding there. You know, we fucking trained and shit. Yeah, I'd probably put that Olympia up there. Yeah, yeah.
Beth?
That in Thailand, I'd probably put as that Thailand and the California. Well, I guess California trip I'm lumping in there. Then maybe my trip to Turkey at the end of the year was really fun too. Turkey and shit like that.
Dirt bike and shit. So it looked fun, yeah.
Skiing and hanging out with everybody there. That was a lot of fun too.
What, Seth, do you have one or no? Mike?
Mine's a little different, but it's more on a personal level. My mom and my girlfriend finally getting along again, which was
Oh, nice.
definitely
Good for
happened
you.
late. It happened late in the year, but it happened.
Makes your life a lot easier, I'm sure.
That's good.
You have no idea how stressful. Well, when they live under the same roof, it's more stressful.
For sure.
Seth, anything?
The two that come to mind were Hannah and I went on a really nice trip together. It was nice for her and I to get away, but then Emmy, whenever she won states, Emmy's always the underdog with gymnastics. So she went to states, and for her to win states, she had to score like a 9.7 on beam at states. She was the last one to go, last one to do it. For her to win the all around at states, she had to nail it, and she got like I think she got a 9.75. So it was just wild to see her like operate under pressure at that young age, to be able to fucking all eyes on her. It was just fucking awesome to watch.
That's
Super
great.
cool. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we'll do a couple more and then we'll wrap. Yes,
You didn't answer.
I did. I said California, Vegas.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking incredible. First of all, I love riding in California. I've been twice now. Second, me and you hung out for a week in Vegas. That was fun. And then Samson won the fucking Olympia. I mean, it couldn't have been a better like 2 weeks. How much weight? No. If you could train only one movement on one body part for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Like one for each body part.
No. If you could
One
only
for your whole
train
body.
one movement on one body part for the rest of your life.
Yeah, so I'm interpreting that as like one movement for chest, one movement for legs.
Yeah. No? Just one exercise?
Talking about one movement.
That sucks. That's not fun.
Pre-pec tear, I would have picked a bench press.
I was just going to say bench press.
Before my pec tear, I would have picked
Probably the most use. Yeah, I'd probably pick either an overhead press,
Yeah.
like a high incline press, because I'm getting like some tries, chest,
Yeah.
shoulders, or I would just be like a 2,000-pound deadlifter and only deadlift every day.
Or I would pick bench press or squat. Even though I'm not a great squatter, I just like squatting.
Yeah, I'd probably go.
like
I'm
leg
gonna
press.
get an upper body and lower body, you know.
Yeah. I pick a leg press and a bench press.
Power clean.
Leg press.
I never do
I
it.
love the leg press.
I knew he was going to do that.
leg press.
Yeah, I love the leg press.
What a dumb thing
You
to
say
do.
power clean?
He's so angry.
What's wrong with the leg press?
He thinks it's for
It's a
pussies.
great quad builder.
No, it's not actually.
You only get to pick one exercise, Paul. Which one is it?
For a lower
like,
body,
One
For each
exercise
body
for-
part?
I'm picking a leg
Oh.
press.
I don't like squatting, so I'd probably pick leg press.
What about hack squat?
One
I
exercise. that's
hate
only-
hack squat.
but like for
I mean, I
your-
do it, but I hate
You
it.
do have,
Doesn't
you have
matter.
to take
I'm
those.
picking the leg press.
Pick the leg press.
You do have those sensitive quads.
I do. I do. And I picked the side back's leg press, the particular one.
That's a
That's what I'm
hip.
talking about.
That's not even a leg press.
Yeah, leg press, hip press. That's what I picked. Though.
Tomato.
That's what I picked for legs. Then I picked bench press for upper body.
No, you get to pick one for your whole body, Paul.
Whole body, bench press, pre-pack tear though.
Longest bout of diarrhea.
Oh,
Well, few, it's been 8,
20
7, 8,
years.
9 years, hasn't it?
Lifelong.
20 years.
Who doesn't have diarrhea?
How
every
long
day?
is my bodybuilding
I don't.
career? That's pretty much-
I just had a 2-week bout. I just had my first solid shit 3 minutes ago when I was on.
Nice.
Squeeze out a few pellets.
I do hate diarrhea. It's horrible.
Oh, it's the worst.
I hate it.
Horrible.
Melissa bought me a bidet for Christmas though, so like I'm a little more okay with having like 30 diarrhea shits a day because I'm just getting in there.
Have you guys ever had to get a colonoscopy?
No.
No.
No?
I got too soon.
I've had a colonic.
Yeah.
No, colonoscopy. You have to do this preparation before. You have to drink this stuff, and you shit your guts out for like 12 hours straight. And it's like you're just I shouldn't go into detail. It's,
Good anal prep, Paul.
yeah, well,
Paul likes,
that's for
Paul
sure.
likes doing it. He's done it like 5 times.
Yeah, because I have a history of colonic cancer in my family. That's why.
Because you let the doctor put his finger.
Oh, he does not finger my butt. He puts
That's the sound you make when he does it.
it's a
Tell him,
procedure.
tell him to put 2 up there and get a second opinion.
Why does this question just says 2 girls at once? That's all it says.
That's
Okay.
cucking.
That's not cucking. That's a threesome.
Why does it say that? Is it asking like who's done that? Is that what he's saying?
I haven't had the pleasure of doing so. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can handle it.
Everybody went really quiet there for a second. Okay, let's move on. Over there. Have any of you done a midget? Would you? And if you haven't, would you?
Sure.
Yes.
And you guys ever tossed a midget?
I'm down for that too.
I used to have it all the time.
I actually have.
Have you? Really? At a bar or something?
No.
Probably in your security line at work.
No. It was in a gym.
Oh, yes.
Oh, lean on that one. In a bar?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Everybody used to have that, though, at bars. They had midget tossing.
I went to a midget night at a strip club once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it great?
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was awesome.
Was it
It
hot?
was a combination of, they had these like girls with, like the girls that have such big tits they can like crush cans with them.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
10,000 cc's. They had a bunch of those and a bunch of midgets, and it was like a special night for those.
Amazing.
Special night for those.
Big and small nights. So
sure.
they had like massive girls with like 10,000 cc tits and midgets.
What does a midget's pussy look like?
Pretty much the same as normal. I noticed a few of
Like,
them
is it-
that a little more beef curtains than normal.
I was gonna say I picture it being meatier.
What, because there's less area?
Roast
for
beef sub.
Paul,
I'm sure you could find midgets with pretty ones too.
you know why? You know what I think about? I think because they're shorter and they got stockier legs, that everything down there just has to be thicker.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
I picture just like a thicker box.
Yeah, like more compressed.
Let's
There's less
Google image
land.
search some right now.
Yeah.
We all have the internet.
All right, last question before we go. Who would or wouldn't want to be the 51st state?
Oh, if Canada were to
Yeah. How do you guys feel
join
about
the
that?
youth, I'd be all for it.
American.
And
I'd be
we'll go one at a
American in a
time.
No
heartbeat.
problem. I'll take it tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Sign me up. Where do I sign? Where do I sign the
Sign
petition?
me up, and where do I get my gun?
Yeah. That's what I was
You
gonna
get a
say.
gun with that?
Everybody gets
Passport?
guns. Everybody
I'll
gets
take it.
them.
So we lose our free healthcare, but we gain a whole bunch of other shit.
It's shit.
No, we
anyways.
got to keep that.
We can all afford health insurance.
It's shit, anyways.
Or yeah, free healthcare fucking blows. I mean, it's nice if you need
Pay a
surgery.
couple $100 a month to fucking get a good healthcare, and we're losing, we're getting way more than that back than what we'd be saving in taxes.
I wonder what the poll is if you polled the entire country. I wonder how many Canadians are actually like, I know we're all fucking meatheads and I bodybuilders swing conservative.
Yeah.
But I wonder what the
I bet
country,
you it's 15%.
I think you'd find heavy. Go ahead.
what'd you say, Ian?
I said 15% or less if I had to guess.
Yeah,
I think it's higher than that.
I think you'd
I
see a
think
lot of
it's
support in
15.
Alberta, Saskatchewan.
I think there you might get people that like the ideas more, but then they'd be more patriotic to Canada being Canada, and I think you'd not get it. I think
Does that make me unpatriotic?
I don't give a fuck about. Like, I'm not like so Canadian that I care.
Yeah.
I just think of all the fucking benefits.
I know. Imagine you could live anywhere in the U.S.
What's that, Ian?
I said I'm not like a put a Canadian flag out on my front lawn kind of person. I'm not like Canada, like.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like I love Canada. I love living here, but at the same time, I'm like, I see the benefits of joining the U.S.
Yeah,
But I also think we're.
like you couldn't make Canada one state though. It would have to still be
Oh
divided.
yeah, you break it up. Yeah,
It also
But I
would
think-
fuck the voting up so much. Yeah.
but you know what it is? I think our perception is also skewed because we do a lot of traveling into the U.S., so it's like convenient for us.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, imagine how awesome it would be that like you could just go to fucking Hawaii or Florida and
Yeah.
this place.
Go live there.
Also makes sense too, because like Alaska's already up there, kind of divided. It would all just be one now.
Yeah. I'm all for it because I'd like to go hunting up there and experience the land and the people and go up even more. It's
Yeah, but you can still do that, no, Seth?
yeah, I know, but it's a pain in the dick.
Way
Is it?
more expensive than
Yeah, especially for hunting and stuff.
Why is it a pain in the dick for hunting? You got like a special permit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Registry
yeah.
your firearms.
out of country and out of like province tags is more expensive. Like and that you get less priority than like more local people. It's just more of a pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like if you do shoot something, like getting stuff back, it's got to be all gamed and like a butchered and packed before you can bring it. Bringing trophies a little harder. It definitely gets a little more complicated.
This reminds me, before we go, Seth, I'm pretty sure you got the same message. There was a woman from Norway.
Hmm.
Did you get that message?
I don't know. I don't have my phone on me either. I haven't had it.
There's a woman from Norway that messaged me. She messaged you too. She said her husband was a fan of us, and I think the other guys are welcome too, but they invited us on a boar hunt
In Norway?
in Norway.
Oh fuck! I go to Norway.
Sign me up.
Vikings.
Boar, I hate
Land of Vikings.
I did not see that message.
I'm trying to find this message now. She's
I
got
got a stupid amount of messages.
I
from
got it.
the fucking joke
Her
thing.
name
I
is,
posted. So
I'm not going to say her whole thing because I don't want people to spam her, but her name's Erin anyway. And she said, my fellow Canadian here from Hamilton, but I live in Norway. Thanks so much for doing the podcast. They are my favorite. You and Seth should come visit my husband and I here. We could take you guys wild boar hunting. And then she sent a photo.
Oh, we're not invited. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's just for Seth and Fouad apparently.
Oh, great.
Husband.
Oof.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll let you guys come.
Oh, let us.
No, I
Later,
would
so.
like a personal invite.
They'll just
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
like a bunch of cucks.
Sounds like it's your guys' party.
This is a cuck hunting party.
Yeah.
All right,
Along with your trip.
Paul, lead us off with a prayer.
Yeah.
And can you not make them so fucking grim?
Make them
Jesus
personal.
Christ,
Yeah.
the last two have just been like life
Look,
sucks.
the Lord is shining light upon you right now. He's lit you up.
Yeah, he lit me
Let's
up.
hear it.
Yeah, he's lighting me up this year, let me tell you.
With some positivity, Paul.
Been
Okay.
a doozy. We're only 14 days in.
Fucking
Yeah, it's been a hell of a year so far. Okay. Let us bow our heads. Dear leader. Well, we touched on some different subjects tonight. Cuckolding. Talked a little about bodybuilding, relationships, values. Building upon that, I want to try and be a little bit more positive tonight. I know I've been a little bit negative lately. It's my own problems. I actually clipped something today when I was thinking about this that was more positive. Well, you can take what you will out of it. It's right here. Some will win. Some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Well, the movie never ends.
I know that song.
It goes on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing.
Fucking Journey.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stop.
So what I did was I Googled what those lyrics meant, and what it comes up is this is where it kind of touched me a little. The song evokes a sense of longing for simpler times and and the universal quest for meaning. Overall, Don't Stop Believing resonates with many people because of its uplifting message and relatability.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like it.
amen. Yeah, amen.
Amen.
That
More
was,
positive, right, Fouad?
that was touching.
Yeah. Well, touching, you know.
Oh, you know, man, you have
Not
the,
touching other people though, because that's
Yeah, that'd be
that's
cuckolding.
cuckolding. Don't do that. I swear to God, you have the whatever, man. I love you.
I get deep sometimes, Fouad. I get deep sometimes, you know.
I know you just decided to pull it up from the basement today.
I had a little something down there. Yeah, I'd pull it up tonight.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
See you guys.